This is the thing that everything.
Yeah, welcome back to the Witness Guild, or for the first time.
Welcome
I don't know. Announcements? Anybody? Bueller?
9.
No false life dice announcements?
Not yet.
False Life Dice rocks.
They rock. Nothing on Etsy.
Not yet.
We
sold
will
out
be
of dice
having
right
a
now.
lot
You're
more
sold out of
soon.
dice right
I
now,
will
but
be
you're
devoting
making more.
Jeez,
way
man.
more time to making dice.
You guys sell out so fast.
No.
And not in like a rude, like, you guys are sellouts, but like, you guys, like, your shop clears.
No, it doesn't.
It takes a little time.
I don't know, man.
We see other people who, no offense to those other people who I won't name, but they make lesser dice than us, and they will sell out like the day it opens. We last like a week at least.
That's so crazy to me. Anything that I ever made would last like 2 years on an Etsy page.
Oh my god.
Anyways,
No.
if you like our art, our character art, you can follow NimT. She's below me now. At nimt.art on Instagram. You'll see her pop up below me again. If you have missed it.
And don't like it.
And then outside of that, I guess we'll just get ready to roll into episode 15.
Welcome to the guild. The world of Ethway and its 16 regions are a battlefield of chaos. Those that can bring stabilization to this world are known as heroes. The ones fighting for this title today are Bultash, a true adventurer with a love for combat, looking to help where he can. Nazlith, a shy elf with an affinity for fortune and magic. Budanik, the master artificer. He has two passions, tinkering and being the best. And finally, Willow and Emberly, the divine twins. These Genasi sisters have mastered the art of elemental fighting and protect their kingdom at all costs. Together, this is a powerful group. Will they fight the chaos of Ethway and prevail, or fall one by one? Find out this week on the Witness Guild.
Table! The table needs to be lit.
We do.
Oh my gosh, man.
Is that better? Does that work?
It only slightly blinds me.
It's not as
It's
No! It's blinding
What am I
me.
rolling?
It's not as good for you because you have the light coming down. But,
It's okay.
yeah.
You look great.
You look
You're
illuminated right
fantastic.
now. I don't know.
Something about you is
I'm
just
Something about
so...
your- yeah, you're glowing right now.
Yeah, everyone glows when they quit their job.
Yeah.
This is my glow up.
Anyways, welcome back. The last
Broker.
3.
Oh my god, you do, dude. You look so good.
Let me see.
I
Sorry.
told you. The last 3 episodes,
He's the angel at the table.
we have been in Bultash, where you guys have been fighting a defensive battle against
I think we took this
two,
offense
Whoa!
pretty
I mean,
seriously.
give me some
two
credit.
demon lords, specifically Baphomet and Zuktmoy.
Lorat.
In the middle of this combat, after the first round of battle, you guys went to the king, who I wrote down his name,
I would tell you, but my notes are gone.
Quintar. King Quintar. And he lets you guys know that the town actually worships the 9 hells, and that they specifically have a religious connection to Geryon, and he could maybe get you a way to communicate to Geryon through some rather creepy means, but...
Wait, what happened right before that?
Oh yeah, it really died.
That's right.
Yeah, it really died.
In my mind, I was thinking, wow, he's actually far enough now that he can't say it.
Yeah.
He's actually moving on.
He's
Sorry,
moving
that's
on.
literally going to be the start point from every recap.
She did sacrifice her life to light up what you guys refer to as your laser that you guys
Laser beam.
unloaded upon
freaking
some demons,
laser.
specifically massive.
Laser beam, I like it.
However, you guys ended up communicating with Geryon, made a blood pact with him,
Which we have fulfilled our end of the contract.
which you guys have
Technically speaking.
fulfilled your end of the contract by helping him trap Baphomet. You guys killed Zuktmoy.
Was there a fine print on that contract that we don't know about?
Right.
There always is.
If there is, I'll look it up.
You can
Can I
roll
make a lawyer
for,
check?
Right now I can roll?
yeah, roll for a history check for me.
Oh god, guys.
Well, one is as well.
roll for an investigation.
Hold on, let me get
There
this
really
up.
needs to be like just a lawyer.
Can I? I mean, no.
No,
Skill.
No.
Can I help?
Come on.
I mean, I'm
Try
plus
to pull
9
this
on
up.
investigation.
I'm plus 7 on history.
Nope.
That.
One-
Between you and I, we should
One
be able to figure
person
out most
asks,
things that
one
happen.
Right.
person shall receive.
None of my skills like ever really
We also have keen mind,
correlate.
so.
You said investigation?
Purely
Yes,
fighter.
ma'am.
Literally just pure fighter.
Wait, I have keen mind. Shouldn't I just know that? No, because she's thinking about the actual contract. Never mind.
Well, if you had keen mind, you also probably wouldn't have like forgotten that Orcus came to this plane.
19.
Or that your sister died.
I probably needed a 20.
No one forgot that!
With a 19, as you kind of read over this contract, there's not necessarily any fine print that you guys missed. However, you do kind of, when you read the part where it says this is a 6-month deal, that is the contract. You guys are in it for 6 months.
So if he loses Baphomet, we could be fall out of it? Is that what you're saying?
Anything that happens within a 6-month period
That can't be our
could
doing.
affect you.
That can't be our doing.
Alright, so he can't let Baphomet escape
As
his
a
jail.
He has
Right, that actually
So
sounds
maybe we shouldn't
more
go
like- I don't know,
visit
are we
and
gonna
parlay with
recap?
Baphomet then, huh? Huh?
Let's finish the recap.
Right.
Sorry.
So Emberly died.
You guys brought upon agreeing to this, the promise was your guys' souls and a blueprint to the giant laser you now created.
Which you wrote in Celestial, didn't you?
I did.
He did.
I
And
feel like the
gave,
devil could probably find a translator.
I'm sure he could. He probably even knows it. But it was just
you gave that to Geryon. You also gave him Baphomet, which was his other request. You guys have fulfilled your side of the contract. And he is now sticking around after defeating the Demon Lords to help you with your side of the contract. You watched as he turned from this large serpent humanoid with wings as arms into a human about your guys' height.
Pretty
I
chill
mean,
dude.
he became very polite.
He's very chill.
No, he's a
He-
bro.
he seems
he's just
rather-
a dude.
He is a dude.
He
He's
just
just a
seems like a
dude.
rather normal dude.
He seems like Chris.
Seems like this guy I know.
I don't know about that.
Fucking awesome.
And he is now sticking around to help you guys out. Where we left off was the night. Was the night. You all went just like so
One?
happy.
It's a really
Yes,
good.
Where we left off was you all went to bed the night after your victory. The town is in disarray. There is a lot of.
Don't throw things at you.
It's just a very overall sad and somber situation. As legitimately the majority of people who live here have given their life for the town.
Yeah, uh-huh.
The giant tower in the middle of the town is also damaged. There's no longer a light source to it. And as you guys go to bed, I'm going to level you up.
Yes!
Oh!
Whoa! I'm so happy!
I've heard rumors of this.
Ah!
I've never experienced it though.
Oh!
I don't know, you're giving me too much to think about.
I have
I
a
know,
brain
I'm gonna-
orgasm, a mouth orgasm, this is it!
Well, no, right?
I'm gonna need like
I'm
20,
emotionally ready for this,
20
guys.
minutes here.
I'm emotionally
Also-
I
ready.
mean, it makes sense after
Those
a battle
are-
like that.
Damn good.
Okay.
Here, take a couple more.
Oh, God, that's good.
Which one did you try?
Are we 15 now?
I think the watermelon color one.
Wow, guys, welcome to 15.
The other one's lemonade and blueberries.
I
Awesome.
don't think I got anything useful.
I
this
got
level.
nothing useful.
I don't know as a wizard. Let's see.
Oh,
I think I get an extra spell slot.
that's pretty much it. for me as well.
That's probably what mine will be.
Oh, look at
But
that.
you know what I do get to do, guys? Do you know what I get to do?
What?
I get to rearrange my spells now.
Well, that's what happens when you don't get to prepare shit.
No, I can't prepare. I do it every
Okay.
level up. It's awful.
Ooh, 8th level. What? Who is she? Bad bitch.
I got
Right
Scornful
here.
Rebuke. Rebuke.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
I love the way it's described. Starting at 15th level, those who dare strike you are physically punished for their audacity.
Jesus.
Whenever a creature hits you with an attack, the creature takes psychic damage equal to your charisma modifier.
Okay.
What was
Chris is
my
like, I'm gonna write that down. Next thing's gonna be-
Anti-magic field,
No, you can't use
bitches.
that.
Anti-magic field?
Anti-magic field.
Damn.
Happening. I gotta review it first.
That's dope.
Yeah, I literally just got an extra spell slot, so good for you guys.
Give you guys a minute.
Does
Yeah.
HP change?
Yeah, we have to roll whatever, a D8 or whatever.
Are we also getting a long rest?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh my god.
I
these
get
are
a
really-
D6. Ah, balls! I got a 1. I'm
Aw.
already
That's a 2.
squishy.
5.
How
Five.
okay, how do I put that in here? I always.
Well, you
screw
get-
this
So you
up.
go to manage HP.
So whatever number you had, you just
You go to
add.
manage HP. Yep.
Add
And then you,
2.
oh, you're using fixed right now.
Oh, yeah.
What do I do
Oh,
then?
you're gonna have to go to the very beginning.
This is awkward. What's your HP right now?
87.
Okay, I would just go into the main screen and override that plus 2. So you go to this screen right here. Click on your HP, and you can click on HP max. Maybe you can't.
Wait, so we're not supposed to be using fix?
No.
That's okay. We'll fix that later.
Oh, max HP modifier. You can put in 2, and then go.
Alright, D8.
Does that last though?
Yeah. It'll.
No, it changed me to 2 hit points. I'm confused. So.
Oh, you'll have to put in 89.
9, 10.
No. You
Because you
just
were
do
at 87.
HP modifier. Not a new HP maximum. HP modifier, and it'll add 2.
Apparently, I have 77 hit points actually. That's how weak I am, guys. Don't touch me.
Damn, you are weak.
Touch me, bro.
Anyways, while you guys figure this out, I would say that you guys wake up in the tavern that you were originally sleeping in. Your cart is outside. I believe you put the statue of Emberly in the cart.
I
Yeah.
thought we left it in
Well,
the temple.
no, I
Or I
think
think we left it in the
no,
temple.
no. We brought her. Yeah, we left her in the temple to be covered in vines and whatnot.
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't even think I got a spell slot.
I certainly did.
I
Yeah.
didn't get shit.
I get to manage my spells.
You
Yeah.
know,
Okay.
sometimes it just sucks to suck.
Spellcasters aren't the best.
Yeah, they are.
You guys wake up the next morning pretty early as the sun rises for the first time in what seems like 5 or 6 days. It's pretty bright and early, about 6:30.
Did we get a long rest?
You get a long rest. You hear a little bit of commotion down in the tavern. People just working, getting ready for their day. A lot of commotion outside. You hear a lot of people moving rubble, rebuilding homes that have fallen, businesses that have collapsed. By now, most of the fires are out. That there's beginning to be large piles in the city where they're just throwing the wasted debris, a lot of which is burnt. It's a pretty rough scene. There's no more dead bodies out and about. They've gotten those all cleaned up by the night.
Yeah.
As you look out into the what would be wilderness outside of Bultash, it looks like really just a rather terrible wasteland. A couple fungal shrubs here and there, and really not much else. It looks pretty nuked. What are you guys doing in the morning?
I'm finding the nearest source of alcohol.
I join.
Yeah, and as you guys go downstairs in the tavern, the barkeep is very busy making food right now. You see, there's like a whole. It's almost like a soup kitchen that this tavern has been turned into. And as you guys kind of come down and they see you, there's a small bit of like applause as you guys kind of walk in.
No, they plus me.
Yeah, for you.
Just keep my head down.
Clapping for you.
And the barkeep kind of looks at you, Bultash, or Voltaire, sorry.
Wow.
Jeez. And like eyes up a couple like mugs thing, and then on the bar, he looks a little too busy to be serving you at this time, but you're more than welcome to serve yourself. And as you kind of look into the corner of the bar, kind of closest to the entrance, front left, you'd see Geryon sitting at one of the tables.
Is he drinking?
He would be drinking.
My man.
I'm actually going to stop after I see the busy bartender man, and I'm going to find a nearby apron, and I'm going to put it on, and I'm going to start helping him pouring drinks and helping with other people in doing that.
Okay, yeah, you begin helping out. As you walk back in the kitchen, this kitchen is like really filled with people who are all like cooking, cleaning, boxing up food. There's a couple runners here and there. The size of your wings as you kind of walk in, you almost become like, it's very quickly you're a nuisance more so than help.
Get out!
Just because of your size and the amount of people in this kitchen just like doing the work as they try to kind of go around your wings and stuff like that.
Yeah, I ignore that completely, and I help anyways.
Okay, yeah.
Help.
Yeah, definitely.
I give the help action.
Do me a favor and just roll for a perception check to see what you're doing exactly.
Perception. Always perception. It has to always be perception, doesn't it?
I would let you do investigate as you are trying to kind of like search out.
They're both equally bad.
You're trying to search out the best job you could do.
That is a natural 17 for a total of 16.
Damn.
-1.
He's trying really hard today.
Big
Come
time.
over there.
Yeah, and as you kind of like look around, really there's not much for you to do except begin to start mopping floors. Like there's like everything else that's covered. You're like, I need to do fucking something.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, easy, grab a mop, begin cleaning. As you begin cleaning, you are like slowly like getting in people's way as you make your way around the kitchen.
I don't notice that at all.
But yeah, you wouldn't have a damn clue. Yeah. What are you guys? You three.
I'll walk up and sit next to Geryon.
I will join.
I will do the same.
And out of the corner of my eye, I'll just be kind of keeping an eye on Voltaire as he's doing like zigzags across the floor and not mopping correctly.
Who said I wasn't mopping correctly?
I also would like to study
mopping
the
obnoxiously.
book that I got from the
You're not
Palestine
mopping correctly.
in detail.
Does he have the mop on
To
the
not
floor or
miss
does it stick
anything.
on the floor? Does he have the right end
Sorry,
facing
say
the
that
floor?
one more time.
I'm going to be reading, like going over the book, making notes inside of it, things that pull of interest,
Which
just to
book?
memorize it. The book that I got from the Palestine.
Oh, okay.
Mainly focusing in on Orcus and details of Orcus.
Yeah, roll an investigation check for me as you kind of sit there. And as you kind of open up the book, you would notice that
Could I do like history since I've read the book already?
you could do a history check. Just to like, as you're skimming through, you'd be like, I know what page
Yeah.
this is going to be on kind of deal, and I can look a little deeper into it kind of thing.
22.
Okay, give me 1 second.
I do have keen mind, so I should be able to memorize it, but I'm also a sage. Not a researcher. But I shall listen to the gods.
Right, well, that was fucking crazy.
What did you roll? What'd you roll?
15.
22.
Thank you.
22.
I have keen mind.
Yeah.
So I have no math mind.
What is Willow really looking for in this book
Really,
specifically?
really
Because you
looking-
are not going to have a brief time to sit here, so I'm going
Right.
to give you something pretty specific.
I'm looking to see if like the details of the shackles, how the shackles were taken, like off or whatever, and then like in the location where he is, how did they like get him out of that location? Is he, like in my mind, I'm thinking, okay, is he going to stay in Ground Spire the whole entire time?
Of Orcus.
Orcus.
Yeah, and as you kind of read through the book and what it talks about, the shackles are not keeping him anywhere.
Okay.
They are just magical shackles that he wears to his use, and they seem to give him quite a bit more power than what he would have without them. Similar to your bracers, but almost at an extreme demon lord level. As for his location, you would know that he would have
did he like stay in one location in the book previously and move on? Or?
He didn't. He attempted to it was essentially a meeting of the demon lords in a central location. Once they met up, they dispersed along with their armies, and they each took different parts of the symbol that made up, the Baphomet symbol that helped him teleport in the star. And they each essentially took that. And once they had that star completely overran, they were able to then conquer the world using that. And almost that is enough, essentially, land for them to begin blocking out things like the sun and making global changes. Where they take over this plane of existence.
Okay. Was there anything like specific, like weather-wise, that like indicated that something was taken, or?
Essentially, you would know that inside of the Star of Baphomet, everywhere is going to be an abyssal waste of some kind or another. Forests, deserts, dunes, mountains, canyons. It's going to be an abyssal version of whatever nature is on this plane of existence.
More like
however,
dead.
Right.
Okay.
However, the areas where the demon lords seem to reside, they keep them dark specifically because they are that's where they thrive.
Yeah.
Is in the darkness.
Okay. So just to kind of remind myself, because I know when you were telling us originally of information, like I was writing down millions of things, so I didn't get it completely. But based off when we were looking at the map ahead of time, we were trying to figure out all the points of the star. Now I do have down that the top right point of the star was San Leafus, the middle of it being Ground Spire, the bottom right hand side being Everina, the bottom point being Centisio, the left bottom being Bultash, but I don't remember what we were talking about the top left point.
You have to grab the map, which is going to be behind the screen.
Look how perfectly she used that sticker star for this.
I know, right?
It
She's
fits.
fucking...
Chris, you need to see this at some point.
It's unreal.
Beautiful.
And what's crazier is that she had the sticker.
And it fits thematically with everything.
Like.
And as you kind of sit there and read through the book, are you guys having a conversation?
Yeah, no, that was absolutely intense.
Oh yeah, you need this. I don't know.
Truly, that was, wow. Does anybody else feel like last night was more of a dream?
In a sense.
I have,
It's all a dream.
Well, I can say that I have never died so many times in a single fight, so I don't know if I'm even really alive at this point.
Are you even within hearing shot of us?
I'm in the area. So,
No, you're in the kitchen in the back.
I thought you said I was sweeping around the...
No. You're like trying to help out everybody back there. You rolled a nat 1. You're going to be in the way of people for a while.
I didn't roll a nat 1.
So the bottom
well,
point...
you rolled a 1, not a nat.
Centisio.
No, I didn't.
I thought you rolled a 16.
He rolled a
I rolled a
16.
16, dude.
Oh, I thought you rolled a 1.
He's so used Keep rolling down ones.
I swear somebody said
-1.
-1.
I said -1.
Yeah.
My perception is -1. I
I'm
rolled
sorry.
a natural 17 for
You're
a
not
total.
doing as bad as what I said.
Okay,
I'll let you go outside and clean.
16.
Yeah, so Doth, Bultash.
So it's Doth that I'm
Arena.
missing.
So this makes up.
And
Let
then
me
the
see
bottom one.
your book real quick.
Yeah.
Look at our sticker.
Yes, perfect. Yes, it's gonna be
Bultash.
yes, Bultash, Centisio, Everena, Sanleafus,
Should I?
Doth,
And then ground spires in the
Ground
tree.
Spires in the middle.
So it's Doth then what I'm missing. Then.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
Fuck Doth. I've never even heard of them.
It sounds cool though. The name. Doth.
From Endor to Doth.
Yeah, I've never done what you're talking about.
I don't know what that is.
Endor?
I don't Endor.
That's
To
Star
Hoth?
Wars.
Endor to Doth? Endor to
Oh,
Hoth?
Hoth.
Okay.
I only know that because walking down the D-Land ride at the end when you're walking down the stairs and they have all the posters.
Oh, yeah.
Because I don't really watch SW.
D-Land is not what you first thought, Mike. Okay?
No. I was like, D-Land, this sounds
I didn't want to
great.
drop that one.
I want to be a person there.
I was like, I'm running for mayor there.
Are you good with getting the rest of? Or is that it? You can give me.
Yeah.
Mix up. Okay. Cool.
In this short amount of time.
Yeah, no, that's
yeah,
fine.
I'm gonna let you have like 10 minutes while Geryon kind of talks with Nazlith.
Solid.
Real quick, going off of that, I know when we were in the fight, the radiant damage didn't affect everyone the way we thought it would. So would you say from what we observed and what she just read, we'd get the sense that, aside from the undead, that they weren't afraid of the radiant damage, it was the light that they were afraid of?
No, it's kind of like a combo. So the radiant damage is what really does it to them. But the fact that it's in the form of light, is almost a deterrent.
Right, because I prefer darkness, so
Right.
it's like
So
a double
dark
whammy.
radiant damage. What you're saying, my lord, is that dark radiant damage would be less effective at
So
keeping
like
them at bay.
sickening radiance.
Yeah, and as you guys
Yeah.
are kind of as you guys are all three kind of talking about this book, we'll just do it this way. As you guys are all three kind of like looking in this book and everything,
Radiant's light.
Geryon kind of looks at you, Willow, and yeah, those people are pretty dead.
The people are dead.
Yeah,
The beautiful people.
their plane is gone.
Kalstar.
Yeah,
Yeah. Okay. Have you ever met Orcus?
yeah.
He like fights him on a regular basis.
On a regular.
No, they're like
Yeah,
mortal
war for
enemies.
Literally about 35.
Have you never heard of the Blood Wars?
I mean, I read it, but I mean, I didn't know. I thought
This
it was
guy's
more.
like the head honcho of the Blood Wars.
Well, I wouldn't expect such a grand man to be in the front line staring at a fucking
Also,
opponent.
your accent is so peculiar.
It's relaxing.
It's very calming.
I figure in human form I should just kind of level the playing field, you know what I mean?
I
I don't want to be too intimidating to people when I'm trying to manipulate them in ways and do things.
Are you trying to manipulate us right now?
I
No,
understand
no,
you, my
I'm-
lord. That's why I talk like Z sometimes. It's comforting to have a little bit
That's
of an
why you
accent.
look so different. I thought you sounded
What does she look
something.
like right
but
now?
I just couldn't put my finger on it.
You guys have seen me in my...
Are you guys
Okay.
seeing me as...
Yeah.
Oh.
I was wondering, like,
No,
have
I
I
have
noticed?
dropped that enough around you
Is it
guys.
based off emotion?
I only drop it when we're in real situations like this. If we were to go to a new
Do you
town...
have it on now?
No, I don't.
Okay.
If we were to go to a new town and establish ourselves with new people, I'd put it up again. But
Got it.
because we're fighting, she was
She's
just like, fuck
fucking
it.
shirts off, bra off, let it hang. Got it. Good.
You know, your rings got kind of cinched back there.
I
Huh?
smelled jerky.
What did you say?
Well, it's
The whole time. Is it you?
I can fix those.
You didn't fall on my cage.
Yeah, that was a little bit of like a bad placement. I was thinking maybe some in the cage where he was like already on the ground with it
I
in the
would
bed or
have
at the
really
end.
hurt both of you.
I mean,
Oh, I'm so glad that you didn't do the hurting of me then. That's
I
great.
mean, you fell into...
He died,
I
like,
think I
multiple
recall you
times.
falling
Yeah, I mean,
down.
that wasn't for me.
Well, you were just sitting there
As
like
a matter
doing
of
the
fact, I think how this
Macarena or
works is
something.
If I didn't come, you would not be here right now.
Yes,
would've
right. We're
just
very
killed
grateful.
him.
I think that is of some debate. I mean, we will never know because that's not the way that things have transpired, but here we are.
Some of us will know, but...
That's amazing.
Back to my Orcus question.
Yeah.
Could you describe the thing?
The Demigorgon?
No.
Are you talking
Orcus.
about this penis?
You ever seen a dragon?
Yes.
Ancient red dragon?
I have
In
heard of
books?
one named Cluth.
Now take that and just
Okay.
like make it a person. but the same size.
But like a person.
But like humanoid.
So like
But
we,
But-
so like
bipedal?
the Demigorgon's like
Bipedal?
his little friend, like his enemy.
Your buddy here who's mopping, weirdly.
it's not weird to help the unfortunate.
I know. I have my whole army out there helping right now. What are you doing?
I'm helping do the mop.
Okay. Well, when you help on my level, let me know.
Well, when I rule some sort of underworld or something like that, maybe I'll have a
Let
more
me just take out
sway.
my massive
Just
penis
fair,
and
I-
set it in front
you-
of
What's
you-
that? What's that?
you
fucking
commented
hat
first.
from Puss in Boots?
Oh,
But anyways, he looks just like your buddy, wings and all,
Okay.
except the size of an ancient red
He
dragon.
doesn't sound so tough.
Large,
He sounds
humanoid
incredibly
dragon.
terrifying.
Does he
For sure.
do
I
the
thought-
mouth thing with the flames?
Don't do that. Don't.
Yeah, and a lot of other.
Dragon-esque things.
Yeah.
And this is a lord
He's the prince.
of what?
Darkness.
Oh, I think I'm confused. So there's the Demigorgon, and then Orcus.
Oh yes, Demigorgon is under Orcus.
But they're kind of like similar.
Well, our issue is that we already killed one of them. I have one of them trapped, so luckily that's okay.
You have two of them trapped.
You have Grazits.
You
And
don't know
Baphomet.
that, but I have one of them trapped.
Will not confirm or deny.
And
Denial is the same as
the
confirmation.
Orcus is the Prince of Darkness, then, right?
Orcus
No,
is like
that's the
their-
Demigorgon, based off
Is
what
there
I
a
read.
king
I could
of
be wrong.
darkness?
no
Is there a-
Orcus.
Is there a king?
Prince?
Okay, that's
Ah,
what I.
So how this works is
Okay, yeah, please. Yeah.
this is a small faction of demons. There's a lot more demon lords. Than
Yeah,
this.
yeah,
like
yeah.
literally
Hey,
hundreds
Yeah.
of demon lords.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow.
So you're
Yeah.
just dealing with a small bit.
Just
Kind of what happened.
is this like the elite group, or is this like the
No,
moderate? To
they are the
bottom
ones
level?
who kind of go in and just. They're kind of. Well, they're all rogue because they're
Yeah, no
Demons.
structure.
But,
policies, yeah.
they're just more active.
they're the ones who like to just really get under your fucking skin. You know what I mean?
They're the
Yeah,
precocious
sure.
Yeah,
teenagers,
yeah,
right?
yeah. So they've taken a couple planes, and
Couple.
they are the ones who really like to enjoy.
Nice job. It's
entering
actually if you sweep back and
hell,
forth.
and beginning.
It's better to
these
do the
battles.
circles.
They have like their
It's
own
not true.
squad. So I would
It is
mind
very
taking out
true.
some of them.
You're just swiping the dirt back over
Yeah.
clean.
2 down or 1 down. Sorry.
I cast Mage Hand. I cast Mage Hand on the mop to take over from him, and I say, "Voltaire, come sit."
Huh?
It's doing the thing on its own. Come sit.
What?
Come sit.
Oh, how?
So
Fine.
Orcus is a
Mage hand,
prince.
high five you.
Yeah, so he runs that faction. He controls all of them with the bindings that he has on his arms and legs.
Yes.
You'll see them. They're gold. They're literally like the size of you guys.
If we were to break those,
Great.
what do you think would happen?
I mean, good luck breaking them.
Okay, but if we did,
They're not shackling him to the earth. If that's
no.
what
But
you're
if we could break the source of his power,
You would break any plane that he has taken over and essentially bring those back to a possible norm.
asking. Oh, goals. Hey.
life goals.
Now, I had the question for you, Mr. Tough Guy. If you were to fight this Orcus
He's like
one-on-one,
John,
do you think you could beat him?
Well, we've done that a couple times on a couple different planes. Not really one-on-one, but close, Tough.
Well, sure. But
I don't know. to answer
so
your
maybe if you
question.
add
Part of our
like
issues that we
a
have
team of young
also the
go-getters.
Demigorgon to deal with. So the two of them, no, not a chance in hell.
No.
And then
Are they constantly butt to butt?
no, the Demigorgon is
Is he like a dog?
he's the most rogue of the rogue.
So it sounds like we have a good chance at fighting either of them, but separate, right?
I can find Orcus. I can't find the Demigorgon.
Now, if we were to kill Orcus, would that send the Demigorgon back home as well?
No, gotta
So
get
it's
them all.
literally gotta catch them all.
Yeah, and unfortunately, because we killed Zuxmoy, right? So part of Zuxmoy's energy is going to just linger here, right?
That's
Demigorgon
dog shit.
feeds off of that energy. We gotta be a little.
So you anticipate it'll be coming soon.
Yeah.
So like information like
It's
that might have
probably-
been like helpful to
If
tell
Orcus
us
is here,
beforehand.
they're all-
I mean, he's telling us right now.
Right, but this is after we've already killed her and now her energy's lingering. Maybe if we
Literally
kept her
seen for,
alive,
like, 12 hours.
we had the conversation before the war. I don't know if you recall. You were doing the
That was
whole.
like
We
5
did the
hours
interpretive
ago.
dance where we communicated
That
soul to
wasn't
soul.
me. No, that wasn't me.
Right. Okay, so that begs the question then, what are we going to do? We have 3 options really. Option 1, we go and find Orcus and vis-a-vis the Demigorgon later on, and return them to their proper plane of existence. Option 2, we do have our contract with Cedar Gatling to fulfill, which includes us finding the source.
Maybe we shouldn't say Cedar Gatling so loud.
Cedar Gatling.
Why are we not saying to see the Gatling?
Because we are scholars of the Cedar Gatling University, and apparently that makes us non-ambassadors. I don't know. Point is, our city that we have been doing research for would like us to return information. Cedar Gatling would like us to return information to them regarding a certain specific energy source that may or may not be the fuel behind the Demigorgon. Or, thirdly, there is a certain matter which might align actually with more number 1, but I believe that it is only right that
Are you doing okay? You look like
no,
you're
it's
little,
hard. It's hard to find the right words.
You're dying.
Are your pupils dilating, or you concussed a little bit?
You do look like you're having problems.
It's very difficult to say things like this. I think you'll understand.
Just spit it out.
You sacrificed a family member for me. I think it is only right that I return the favor by finding another family member for you. Is your father not in Groundspire? We could totally just put this on hold, have Broman hang out with us.
At this point in time, not mentally there with you on finding Papa after his daughter has been dead. So, I don't... Thank you.
That's
You don't think
understandable.
he'd want to know that?
I just...
He probably knows... I mean, he probably doesn't know much about us anyways.
If one of my daughters died, I'd want to know.
I was just about to ask, do you have children?
Daughters, apparently, plural.
You said
At least
one.
2 females.
Who are your children?
You're really bad at retaining information that is supposed to be secret. How are you like a lord of the underworld?
It's not really secret, right? I mean, you're never gonna like.
There's nothing I can do to exploit that information. I understand.
Right.
Is she single?
Oh my god.
I mean, there's a special place
In
for you
hell.
in my.
I know, I signed the contract and it said this much.
Yeah.
Yeah. So question. I think, first things first, we should attempt to have, I don't know what you would call them, trackers or agents that could potentially go to these points that we know of and at least assess the situation in each and then provide us with an update. Also, based off of the beautiful 12-hour time frame you gave us, we probably should take care of Zuckmoy. Because if
Zuckmoy's
Demigorgon,
gone.
if Demigorgon comes and gets more,
So are you saying if we had captured Zuckmoy instead that her energy would have been removed from this world?
That is why I was saying, like, it would have been nice to know this, because then we could have maybe put a little more effort into
Were
capturing
you in the
Zuckmoy.
tower that was crumbling?
If I was able to, bring.
But now,
I'm not blaming
But
you.
that's not...
I'm saying if we had all the information.
but
Now we
now
know.
we know where the Demogorgon will likely end up.
That's
I
true.
can't bring the Demigorgon home. That's not a no-go.
But
I'm sorry,
he's likely
you
to
You don't
be.
want the Demigorgon?
No,
No, I think
big
it's
enough
not.
for it.
He needs. Okay.
You
I'm
seem
not
a little more
too
worried
big.
about the Demigorgon than you do the
Orcus.
The Orcus.
Because me and Orcus can
Toe to toe.
communicate,
Right.
have a conversation. We don't like each other, right? But
What did he do to piss you off? if you don't mind me
Demigorgon.
asking.
Did he have the sex with one
One
of your
question
daughters?
at a time. Holy crap.
What's your mom's name?
you guys are a little pushy here.
Oh,
Listen, I've never had the privilege of speaking with a god, somebody as regal as yourself.
It's really not
It's
that.
I
just
have a feeling
an
you were about to
inspiring moment.
say-
See all these other people in here not talking to me?
Yeah, they don't know that you're
Really
half
cool.
serpent, bro.
They do, actually. They worship me.
I have a feeling you're about to say that the Demogorgon is more of like an animal.
Bestial? Yeah.
Yeah. It's, yeah.
You said it was
Uncontrollable.
100 feet tall. Is it the bipedal?
Ooh, that's a great
Does
question.
it walk upright, or
Yes,
is
it
it?
walks upright. It's got these,
He's 100 feet tall.
like long tentacle
sure.
with arms, which are probably 4 of them, I think. Each one's probably about 100 feet-ish, 50 feet each. So you're gonna have to get into that range.
Do you
You
have
can touch it.
Oh shit, we could really use the
It
tower.
can really
that's
fuck
just
you up
laser
before you
beams.
get there. Put it that way.
That seems apparent.
And your laser's gone.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
You act
any-
like we
any-
don't know how to make another one?
I was
Well, I
going to
don't
say,
have
do
a
you
way
think
to
you have
fuel
a
it.
way to fuel a new laser beam?
I don't know, maybe we can sacrifice
Do we
you.
need to make a pact with some celestials now?
Yes, but
Hold
I'm
on.
not here to fuel
Hold the phone.
a laser beam.
Just kidding.
Let me call some celestials up.
Yeah, no, I've got like 12 on speed
Well, it
dial.
seems like it would be almost like a perfect Demogorgon weapon.
How long did it take you last time to build
I'm
it?
here to fight,
4
man.
days.
Well, how many
But
days?
you're also
4
telling
days.
us that you kind of don't want
We
to
don't
fight
have
this
4
thing. Like,
days.
do you have like?
No, I do.
Do you have a plan? What do you think? What do you suggest?
We'll figure it out.
We have 7 hours
To what?
till Demogorgon can potentially get here before the power of Zuckmoy's body and carcass dissipates.
Do you think that Zuckmoy's energy will act as like a
Oh, it's
magnet?
gone. It's stuck into this Baphomet symbol that we are all currently in.
Oh, so he can go at any point of this
Yeah.
large pentagram.
They're somewhere in here, yeah.
Oh, well, then there's we don't need to
My
worry
lord,
about that. Then I'm coming directly.
I
here.
We
do
have
have a-
many hundred miles before we hit Orcus.
I have a curious question here. From everything that Willow has told us, there is a certain amount of something curious happening here. It would seem that in order to get to this plane, Baphomet has to arrive first. Is that correct? Baphomet's the front runner. He's the tip of the spear.
No, not necessarily. Sometimes Ekmoy, sometimes just depends
Okay.
on what kind of tactic they're going for.
That changes everything.
However, they all have to be here for Orcus to be here. I would say typically Demogorgon usually last, just because the whole
Yeah, it's a big hole.
road.
So, does Baphomet being in your possession affect Orcus at all?
He's already here.
I know, but does it affect him at all?
Oh yeah, he's probably looking for me.
Does it affect his power? Does
Are
it
you
affect
worried
his?
about it at all?
Oh
The-
no, why?
I just am curious to
I
make
do think
sure
his
that-
goal is to eventually kill Orcus.
Anyways, what?
I was just asking if Baphomet's removal from this plane impacts Orcus negatively, since they're no longer on the same plane together.
Well, you see, my goal with Orcus, now that we're here, I guess,
Yeah, what's
to
your
make things
end goal with this?
perfectly clear. I want the chains he's wearing.
So you don't want us to break them?
Oh no, you can, whatever. I don't want his plans, but I do want the chains.
What would you want the chains for?
Power?
I would like to retake the first plane of hell back from them.
They have the first plane of hell.
Currently occupy it. Yeah, so it'd be kind of
So
cool.
it's literally only the 8 layers of hell. No.
We have parts of the 9. It's just a battlefield at the moment.
What other areas would you want? I'm sure that's not the only thing you'd want. That's a lot of work just to get one level of hell back.
It sounds like
That
Oh, I
sounds
mean, we
like
would
a
just
lot of
go back and take some of theirs.
What about
Okay.
this plane?
I don't want your guys' plane.
Can I insight check?
High five.
Yeah, can we
no,
get
I
one?
totally trust this guy.
Yeah,
He's
roll an
great.
insight check.
Yeah,
He's
can
great.
she have advantage on that?
He's awesome.
Can she have advantage? Because I'm going to check as well.
He doesn't want
Can I
to.
help? Can I help?
You can have advantage.
Yeah, check that shit.
Okay, there's an 18. Right, so 18 plus 7, 25.
Nice insight, dude. Nice
And that wasn't
insight.
even with advantage. That's my
Eyes
first roll.
On you.
Dude,
You
that's
can
nice.
tell that he's pretty sincere that he doesn't want your plane. But
That may change in the
when it
future.
comes to like not only wanting the devil's planes and some of the demon's planes, it's probably a lie.
Yeah.
Hard to read though, being that he is
He's a god.
a devil,
His
I would
immediate
say.
concern is the hells, but he'll probably want everything else
But
later.
you would probably get a little concern out of like, you're still a bad person owning something like this, you know what I mean? So there's
Cool.
that.
Cool.
So why would you be okay with us breaking them? Do you know how to fix them? Do they automatically reshackle themselves onto the next wearer?
Yeah, you really only have to break. Well, we have to break them to get him off, for one.
We can't just
We
cut
can't
off
just
his hand.
cut off his arms.
We
Well, I mean,
can
they're
cut off his
technicals.
arms and everything.
No, they're not. That's
But
not
it'll
right.
still be. They're bound to the skin.
So it's like it's something
You've
that
had something
we
similar.
couldn't like core out the center or
In a
anything
past
like
life?
I mean, that's a lot of work.
That does sound like a lot of work
I'd
for
rather
something that's like
just
50 feet
break them
tall.
off.
Yeah, that's an
Okay,
minimum
right. So do you have any plans for breaking
Ring.
them off?
I have my ways.
Well, you have your way.
And then
So,
once
okay.
they're broken, It frees everything that they have trapped, right? And
Let's-
then the next wearer of them gets a fresh start.
Let's strategize right here. You have
Strategize.
nobody else on this plane as
Strategy.
gifted as us four right
Ooh,
here.
I'm gonna step out.
He
of
flicks his
gifted.
finger and literally, like, sitting at all the tables in this empty ass place where everyone's working, all of a sudden you see just a bunch of fucking kobolds and
Kobolds.
yeah.
I guess smaller targets are harder to hit.
I
Sure.
have my own armies.
Yeah, fantastic. We can augment your armies, and we can be of strategic use and import if we are just allowed to help with your game plan. How do we help you best surmount?
I'm here to help you guys.
Yeah.
Part of this contract is it's at 6 months, right? So if we don't get this done in 6 months,
You're
that's
gone.
a contract break.
Yeah, you're gone.
Well, and technically
Wait.
speaking, you've needed assistance
Contract
from the
breaker.
human realm.
Hold that
each
thought.
time.
Hold that thought. Contract breaker.
Yeah.
We fulfilled our end of the contract.
You have.
And so if you
Can I
don't fulfill
insight on that shit?
your end of the contract in 6 months, what?
I mean, you just have to be able to stay alive for 6 months.
And
Yeah.
what then? If we don't?
If you die and you're in a contract, you go to hell.
It was an or situation, I believe. Either we deliver you
No, I know.
one of the lords of the demon realm,
This is
or
like just
we end
natural.
up in hell. It was not an and. Specifically was not an and.
No. If you, the contract specifically states if you fail to bring me what I need, which you didn't, you did it, so you don't have to worry about this, but you'd be under my care.
Rule and command, yes.
Yeah.
So what is this 6 months the contract is broken?
Anytime a contract is broken, any contract in all of the 9 hells, everybody goes back to hell.
Even if you're the one who
Myself
does the breaking of the contract?
Yeah, so we would leave this plane.
You
of
would
existence.
leave this plane of existence because we did not.
Everybody who's a
Fail.
part of the contract.
We did not
So you
fail.
you specifically
It's a
said
natural trigger
we
of the
wouldn't be
contract.
under your reign. What does that mean for us then?
You
Or
wouldn't
what-
be under my reign. You just have to find a way to get back home.
Can you
So
provide
we'd be a
us with a way
lost
back
soul in
home?
hell. is
You
what
would be
you're telling me.
free. I mean, it's not that
In the
no.
9 hells.
Shit,
Fuck
finding
shit
our
like
way
that.
out of the 9 hells and the
You
one.
would just, I'm just
Excuse
saying
me,
you would be
the
on
8
that
hells
plane.
and the one abyssal ring of hell.
You would just be on that plane of existence, the second layer of hell, because that's where my contracts come from. They come from hell. So naturally, anyone who bonds. to
There's the
contract,
fine print we were looking
you,
for, ladies and
you
gentlemen.
slip back.
Okay,
into
so
where that
what do we
contract
need
is
to
from.
prevent that from happening?
Live for 6 months.
Death
Okay,
ward,
so
death
we
ward.
don't die. Everybody
Death
stack
ward.
yourselves.
I'm not so eager all of a sudden to go and try and hunt down the 100-foot tall
No,
boogeyman.
yeah.
We're about to go
Okay,
underground
this guy
for 6
decided
months
to-
and live. What?
Bring me here.
And we
Okay.
did that. We did our goal. We did our duty. We won. Now we don't have to do the jack shit, right?
No, we have to stay alive for the next 6 months.
Right.
Either
That's
we go
what I'm
and-
saying. So we do anything.
We go and live in hermits. you
We're
know.
going to
so
die.
what if at the very end of
I mean,
this?
I still have to fulfill my side of this contract.
Right.
If I don't, the contract's broken.
And there is reasonable cause to assume
And if you break
that
the
you
contract, we
will
go
do.
back to hell. as
If
well.
I break, yes, we all have to
So no
go.
matter
But
what.
you
This is
will.
the dumbest
Sounds like
contract we've
pretty-
ever signed.
How would we? I don't
We
understand
have
how you guys.
reasonable expectation that you will do your
So on
utmost
your
to
guys'
fulfill your
on
end
your
of the
guys'
contract,
plane of
correct?
existence, if you guys sign a contract and it fails, do you not go to like a judge or someone and tell them like, hey, this is how this worked and it failed and we
You
need a
run.
decision?
You run.
Who
from
who's the judge in your world? You?
No,
Who?
we have a judge.
And does he favor anybody from the material plane?
We
Or does
generally.
he tend to lean more onto your...
No, Judge Geryon is a great guy. He's
I've had many dealings with him. He's a solid man.
He's a good guy.
Great guy.
Even
So
when he
like-
gets pulled over, he accepts his tickets.
Generally, on this plane.
basically what he would tell us is, hey, your guys' contract is no longer a thing. If we
It's
had
null
arguments and you
void.
guys said, well, we want it to continue being a thing, right? He would make
We can
a judgment
countersue.
based on that, right? Because we do have a contract. You have a legitimate
I like
argument.
to immediately to
Our
elaborate,
only
start
issue
learning
is
law.
we'd have to go to hell to do that because we
Yes,
signed this
okay,
contract.
fantastic.
Right?
Can
so
we
now we're going to be
assume-
transported back to hell. I wouldn't be able to make it back to this plane in
So you like pay for
About a
the
week's
taxi that
time.
gets us there, but we have to bum our own ride home. Is what you're saying?
Exactly.
That seems like some bullshit.
you know, life, you know?
So, can we
Or
assume
not lack
safely
thereof.
that you will act in our best interest to fulfill your end of the contract.
I'm trying to fulfill my
At any
contract.
point, you
I
could
don't
decide
have
to
the
end this
process.
contract, though. Like,
I mean, we-
1 minute
all the
after before
paperwork
6
asks you to
months,
do.
you could kill us.
He's gonna find
No,
out.
no,
the,
I would still have issues if I could get in
Army.
trouble
He's gonna help us take out.
in hell if I broke my contract.
You could get in trouble.
Yes.
By who?
No,
Well,
it was Orcus.
Believe it or not, just because we are in hell doesn't mean we are not governed. We do have a government, right? And
Right, I
so,
understand you
I don't
guys are
know
very
what he
lawful
wrote.
people,
Orcus is
actually.
army.
First layer of hell, second layer of hell.
Right.
I'm governed by the third layer of hell, which is governed by the fourth layer of hell, governed by the fifth layer of hell, and so on and so forth. So the ninth layer of hell,
Is the end all be all
that's our
circuit
capital.
court.
Yeah, essentially. It would be
And
our,
who runs
The
that?
Supreme
our
Court.
version of. See,
I don't
yeah.
think we want to talk that guy.
You don't. No.
I don't think he.
I don't.
Now we're just getting
You know
into
what I
the
mean?
historics and
This is just too much
lineage
for
of
breakfast
hell.
beer, you know?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
I need another
Can I get
breakfast
some
beer.
pancakes?
Let's go fight the Demogorgon, I guess. I don't know.
Who
He sounds like a fun
runs
fight.
the ninth level of hell? You mentioned that there's someone.
He literally just said he would not answer that.
Why?
Yeah, we're gonna. I'm gonna.
I can
avoid
But
find
if
answering
it tears
questions
down, you
about
said
mine.
you're ruled over by whoever rules the fourth level. But you said
Third.
parts of the
Third.
ninth level.
Okay.
So
Fifth.
fourth
We
rules
all
the
collaborated in
third, third
some
rules
ways,
the
so-
second.
Yeah, so I roll
It's like
first.
it's like a
So
bullseye
who-
as it goes outward.
So
the
whoever's at
center
the
is-
ninth level is the top honcho, correct?
Yep.
And you said parts of that were taken over, correct?
No, first level.
No, first level.
I thought you said first level was, but parts of the ninth level were.
No, it's all
No.
parts
Parts
of
of
the
the
first.
first level.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, parts
So,
of the ninth have taken over.
I have a
They've got
question.
That's
problems.
why I was asking.
So great history lesson.
No, quick
Absolutely.
question I have over here. So your super interest is to beat Orcus, right? What about the levels of hell beyond the third?
he said he
Well,
wanted
I need to
more.
get the first level of hell back.
Right,
Right,
so
because
it would
as
seem
a
that
steward
all
of the
of,
first
all
level.
of hell would be like, hey, hell, we're team hell. Let's
Oh, yeah, they're helping
band
me right now.
together. So could you bring other people to help us kill this Demogorgon?
Solid.
No.
So it's all different, yep.
That was
So
a-
they
that
don't
was
want
a-
to kill the Demogorgon?
It would take.
Considering the fact that he wants the shackles, I'm pretty sure he doesn't want to share that
If
power.
you guys like this plane of existence, you just wouldn't appreciate.
Other involvement.
That is a fair point. I have to say that. That
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense right there.
No.
It's not that you're not super special, but we don't need more of him.
No, yeah.
You're special.
I can take this at any time. I'm just.
What?
I don't want.
What did
Can I ask-
What did he just?
You guys
Clarification
Feed.
point.
literally feed
Uh,
me.
What is it exactly
Wait, what?
on your
We
end
feed
in
you?
the contract? Oh,
It's
what
just
is
the fact that the contract originates from.
no, I understand. What is it that you are
Oh,
obligated
what's
to
my
do?
stat?
Yes.
What, like, oh.
What is the checks in your block?
Nobody. What do you mean?
Like, how do you satisfy your end of the contract?
Well, he's part
Because
What
I
would
feel like
satisfy
I
my-
help you get the demons off of your plane of existence.
So as long now,
I don't
I
think
believe we said
demons.
demon lords.
Demon Lawrence, yeah.
So once all the demon lords are gone,
Correct.
any demons remaining are just
Two
kind
left,
of,
you know.
yeah.
Yeah.
Five
As long
down,
as the
three-
one doesn't
three
come
down.
back, that can happen. You know that, right?
Wait,
Yeah, yeah.
Zuck-
Zuckmoy
Zuck
can
Point,
come
yep,
back. She
absolutely.
just went
Well,
back
I mean,
to
I
the fight.
figured since
Even after death. they
What's
lie.
the incubation period with that?
Is that like an immediacy thing?
It really
Or-
depends. Right now that they are pretty strong and
Pretty
I don't know
strong.
about Zuckmoy's
You
side of
own
things,
two of them.
but
wouldn't you love to maybe send a message saying, "Hey, homies, there's a Zuckmoy's down there. Maybe get her."
Now's the time
She
to
doesn't
attack her on
fall
the offensive.
to hell when she dies.
No, no, but the abyssal plane. I'm sure you guys have access to it. She's
Yeah.
by herself.
We
Lonely.
She's
can't
all
get to
alone.
the abyssal plane right now. We're currently battling a battle of hell.
Right.
Right.
I'm
Right,
just saying
right,
forward,
right.
forward operations.
Can we
small
just go fight the
elite forces.
Demogorgon, please?
Okay.
I'm ready to fight this.
Demigorgon first.
Well, I mean, the
Demigorgon
Demigorgon
first.
could be
Do you think
anywhere
the Demogorgon
over the
is stronger than
800.
Orcus?
I don't
He's
know.
unpredictable.
He's just very, yeah, that's a good word. for
Orcus
it.
without the shackles, Demogorgon.
Oh, I would fight Orcus without the shackles of the Demigorgon.
How much? If Orcus is at 100% power without the shackles, and then you add the shackles on, how much power does that go up? 100% without the shackles, how much does it go up?
1,000?
Raw dogging.
Is it perhaps
With
over some
protection.
sort of level of 9,000, maybe?
It could be.
It's
It's,
a-
pretty high.
I had to.
I would. That's a
You're
good
assuming that we know how to take off the shackles.
And just beat the shit
one.
out
I
of
couldn't
them.
calculate
No,
that
that sounds-
exactly, but I would say
sorry.
somewhere in the range of like
If I had to quantify his health.
Like 2,386
Percent
flat rate.
higher?
0.3.
Percent?
Yeah.
I agree.
That's like his
behind the
boost.
books.
Does
guys.
he have sexual organs?
That's weird.
Can we castrate
You are
him?
not
Is that the
charismatic.
question?
I'm saying if we want to get dressings off of a person, one way I get
You're gonna
dressings.
seduce him.
How are you going
I'm
to
just
seduce
saying-
him?
Maybe he likes the yodeling. I don't know.
Maybe,
It
you know-
worked on Budanik.
It was one
You
time.
say.
It was one time.
Don't
it was
deny
One
it. It's
time?
okay.
That's it.
It was the mating song with my people.
Kink.
It's
It was
just
beautiful.
he's just got such a timbre to his voice. It's not
Yodeling.
important right now. That's not the point that we're trying to make.
Kink. Yodeling.
That
What
was
happens-
that
what
was added
happens-
to her page for Bedownik. Kink. Yodeling. It's on record now.
Yodeling. Hee-hoo.
Oh, he went to He-Hoot, all right.
Oh, anyways, so the span of the Demigorgon
You didn't
could
answer
be
my question.
Potentially over 800 from each point, depending on how far. Speaking of the map, but he could be anywhere within the pentagram,
Yeah.
anywhere, and you can't track him.
Nope.
Cool.
But we
Only
can
Orcus.
track Orcus.
But didn't you say he was also really big?
and how hard
Yeah,
is it to
well,
find
he can
a
probably
really
alter
big
his
We'll,
size.
we'll
thing?
see him from probably like
Over
a mile away.
across
unless
the
it's
land?
I
Can
mean,
he alter his
we
size
send
like
out
you can, though?
scouts,
I imagine that's pretty common.
I don't
evidence of
think
it.
so.
You don't think? Oh, that's interesting.
This is him.
Speaking of, do you have the ability to send messages across long distances?
Are you able to keep a line of communication with your?
Can you
underlings?
cast, for example, some of us can cast the
What would you
message
need
sending.
this for?
I would like potentially scouts to go to each of the points to see their current state and provide us with that information. Maybe with a layout potentially of who could potentially be there, if it was taken over, which I'm imagining it has.
I can tell you that I've gained a lot of my army recently.
Okay.
Oh!
fantastic.
So you've replenished some. So
Which
Death.
probably means they're not doing great.
right,
You know what I mean?
right.
Right. Okay. Could you send a message to perhaps some of the leadership of?
I
St.
don't
Catholic?
get into politics.
No, I understand that, but
Yeah.
it's just a favor, really.
We'll
For
just send.
us,
We'll
not
just send a
mine.
man. We'll just send a wizard to go do that.
We just need to send one message to see the Gatling.
I
To
mean, we
tell
can
them
make a deal over it or something.
where. Okay. What?
I don't think
I
that
will-
is
I will race you in a beer chugging contest. If I win, you have to send a
Could
message to see the
expand
Gatling.
his
I don't
stomach
do,
to another
uh,
plane potentially.
Yes, he's a man right now of sorts.
Yes, and then you
And
just be
I
like,
am
"Oh,
a man
stomach,
of sorts right
go
now,
over here
and
to the
I'm
pits of
willing
despair."
to put beer in this mug.
And as you say that, he opens his mouth, and you just see like a wormhole that just goes forever and ever and ever.
Oh,
I've
It's
never
It's like
been
a cat with a
Amazing.
pocket dimension inside of it.
Ooh,
I
that's
think
terrifying
I
to think
would,
about.
but I
Honestly.
don't want to
Fiona and Cake TV show.
go through
Wait, what?
with that.
Fiona and Cake TV show.
Okay.
It's not my kind of deal.
Okay,
Yeah.
where's Orcus
Will you watch?
now?
Yeah.
But we have a strict rule not to get into politics on other people's planes.
I mean, it makes sense. Yeah.
It's kind of just you don't want to ruin
But it's a bunch of the same
the
people who
thing.
wrote.
happening.
Right, and politics manor is a graveyard of death,
Sounds like
bodies,
his cup
and
of tea,
corruption.
honestly. Okay, so
Orcus is somewhere
Somewhere
northeast.
you smell
I
him.
said, did you just kind of, and then no?
Yes.
You can smell him?
You can.
Yes.
What's he smelling?
is he
Yeah.
pungent?
What does he smell like?
Pungent. Yes.
Natural musk.
A mixture of sulfur, maybe some. You ever smell lava?
Brimstone.
Like
Yes.
Yeah.
No.
Yep,
never.
I have.
Okay, yeah.
I
Definitely.
mean, he's made me
A little
believe
bit
I've
of
smelled brimstone.
sulfurish lava. That's kind of the smell I get from Orcus.
Would
Farting.
if we got into range with him, and would we pick up on that smell?
Probably not. I don't know.
Okay, so you say you have fought him many times, yes? Are there any, special abilities he has, or,
Tells,
things?
perhaps? Maybe like
Things-
a hitch in the shoulder when he tries to throw a right hook?
special powers like, hey, don't get within a certain range or else he will smoke your shit? Little...
You know, I'll start thinking about that, and if I start remembering some things, I'll start popping them out. Too.
'Cause
But it's
that-
been about 800 years since I've seen Orcus. So
That's understandable, yeah. If you
So
do, that would be great.
Perhaps
Anything.
every evening while you're here, I could potentially sit with you and take notes of everything that you potentially say for that weakness. Of
He's gonna
Orcus.
charge you for that, Willow.
I mean,
What
no, I
charge?
won't charge you for that.
You can
Cool.
create a
I mean, it
dossier.
is in his best
I
interest
would.
if you
I
want
would.
to
I
win
would
and
love
need
to
help.
take note. I mean, I would love to make sure in the history books of the humans that.
So you will be the scribe of Geryon.
Truly.
What is the name
I
of
like this.
That's a privilege and an honor, honestly.
If she
So
doesn't do
much
it, I will do
honor.
it.
That comes with a prize.
You calm down, little one.
Anyways,
She is
what
no
is
book
what
smart.
is the name of these shackles? And that's debatable. I take offense.
Well, then
Well-
let us debate. Which one? Go.
Hold on.
They don't really have a name.
The
at
shackles
this
of
point.
Orcus.
He's worn them for longer than I've been alive, which is long enough.
So you're after the family jewels.
I just would like
Hey,
to.
He does have
Speaking
big
of
boobs.
family jewels, you never did answer my question. Can I seduce him?
Oh God.
I
He
don't
is my kind.
believe I've ever met a demon that is seducible.
So you're saying there's a chance.
I don't know if you're the type.
How would we know?
There's some that will use that against you,
I am most
but
people's
there's
types.
none that will take that from you. You know?
1% of this group, I imagine.
I mean, at least 25%.
I was just saying, I don't see only 1%. Your math is a
I
little.
definitely don't think I'm related with.
Anyways,
Great.
he,
Where
like,
do you
looks
think
at
we
you
should
guys.
travel?
Your drinks are looking a little low, and he snaps his fingers, and all of a sudden, all of your drinks are like full.
Fantastic,
Can you-
thank you.
A quick question, and I don't want to be a bother here.
Yeah.
Broken record of sorts, but do you have access to some sort of like magical armory?
Oh, here we go.
Because this little dainty
You know, I
stick is
don't.
not doing it for me
You do
anymore.
have a beautiful bow. Have you killed anybody with that yet?
I have not had the chance to kill anybody because I keep
Oh.
fighting fucking demon lords, and they don't die from 1 or 2 shots. You know what I'm saying?
That's
You have to
fair.
create a goddamn mega weapon called a laser to kill
Well, that's a
them.
beautiful weapon.
I agree, but I also am kind of like a specialist in the way.
I can't give you anything. I'm sorry.
Based off of human movement, how long do you think it would take us to get to Orcus, who's in, based off your sense, the north?
Well, my time is off a little bit here.
Oh, yes, okay.
I think I can stay awake for.
Have you ever
You would
been asleep?
refer to as 26 days.
So almost a full month.
So
Why are you asking?
it could take us within your ability to stay awake to get to him?
I think we could get to him quicker.
Okay.
A week.
Okay. Okay.
Who are you asking to go to?
He's-
Orchid?
Orcus, because he's the only one who knows.
Do
where
you
Orcus
think
is.
He's moving west, so.
Fuck, he was just going north.
Do you recommend we acquire any items, magical abilities, things like that before we take on?
I think I could use.
I would acquire whatever you can. It helps. I mean,
Well, I think we've tapped this city drive, everything it has, so we might need to go find
Do you
a new
know
shop.
any of his resistances, weaknesses, things like that? Fire, lightning, poison.
I will think about it over, over your guys' next
Right.
sleep.
Right. Okay. Then we'll talk and I'll write it down.
We'll figure it out.
I have one very last question.
Yeah.
Why our plane? What caused them to pick our plane next?
You probably pissed them off in some way.
How?
Usually they can't get here unless a gate is essentially opened up for them or one of something from their plane somehow got here.
The cultists were fucking
Once
around,
it's-
essentially.
Once whatever happened, if it was my best guess, I'm gonna roll. I'm gonna check real quick.
Do you guys really not know?
As a player, I know.
Like, as a player, do we not?
As you being Devin, do you not know?
No, he hasn't told me.
Oh.
I mean, no, yeah, straight up told us.
Yeah.
But I need my character to know something.
Yeah, so my guess is some creature got here, probably owned by one of these demon lords. For instance, the Kalashar book you're reading.
Yeah.
The way that it got to their plane of existence is the Kalishtar decided to start messing around on other people's planes. Once they got to the abyss, they pulled a creature with them back to their plane. They managed to fight off that creature, but what that creature left behind left the availability of a gate to be opened for the demons, which they then used to overtake that plane. Same thing would have happened to your plane. I guess somewhere within this
It's the cultist.
symbol.
It has to be the cultist.
Out of curiosity, is there any benefit, kind of following that lead, to going and destroying that source of energy? Is that like a permanent gateway that's always
You'll want to
open?
get rid of all of it.
Oh, shit. So we have to find it.
Yeah, any bit of it left.
What
At
does-
least in mass amounts, they could open up a portal within a couple feet wide.
Would you say
the
they
bigger
could-
the portal, the bigger the creature? kind of deal.
does the portal reside at a geographical location, within an item, within
It's
people?
Wherever they're burning this purple shit that they seem to be growing.
Would we be able to notice it if we saw it? That it's like, oh shit, that's probably a gate. Or is it more invisible?
When you fought in Section 1, was there any point where she opened up a gate?
Portal
Yes.
underneath.
Yeah,
Yes.
underneath her.
Something like that.
Okay. Okay.
It moves. They're not usually stable once they start.
Totally.
As your plane of existence is rotating at a different speed than theirs.
We tried to. Well, I tried to attack it with fire, and it didn't seem to do anything to the
That didn't
portal.
do very much.
It just opens it.
No, the portals are really, once they're open, are very hard to close.
Any tips on how to do that?
And you might want to go to hell. You do not want to go to the abyss. That's a shithole.
Seems
Would
like-
you say they're more chaotic? Than
Yeah,
the hells?
yeah.
You guys seem well
You
managed.
get eaten like thrown out down there pretty quickly.
Oh, excellent.
Awesome.
Fantastic.
Okay, great.
Cool, yep.
So next line of action is to try and get word back to Cedar Gatling that we might need reinforcements.
We can
That's
just
really-
ask the Lord of Bultash to potentially send a scout or someone out.
maybe a sending.
I think that they're mostly dead.
Who?
Like, I'm helping
I'm
out.
sorry.
Captain, obviously.
Cedar
Yeah,
Gatling dead? Or just Bultash people?
Bultash.
Oh god.
Right.
Cool.
Yeah.
Maybe a pigeon. Or a
Carrier pigeon.
carrier pigeon.
Unless Cedar Gatling has some of this
Oh, they do.
purple stuff.
They
Oh,
don't.
They
Do
do.
they have it? They don't
They
have it.
do. They absolutely do.
They don't have it. I thought they
Yes, do.
wanted it.
No, they
Did they give it to us?
haven't.
No, they
showed-
didn't.
Showed it to me.
They showed you it?
Yes.
So they have.
They have samplings of it. I don't know how much they have, but they definitely have some of it. They're trying. The whole point of us coming out here was to figure out how it worked.
So this entire time that we have been on this journey, they have just been festering with this thing back. So Cedar Gatling is probably gone.
So what did we? They're just basically portal points, right? As long as there's enough of them there, they can show up whenever they want. That's kind of what
From
we.
what the Lord's saying, then yes.
Yeah, it's just a gate. Usually they have to be, like the gates can be opened into random areas of the abyss, right, where there's no creatures to come in.
But there has to be enough of those mushrooms gathered together to create a big enough gate, right?
Yeah, and usually they're some form of energy that activates those.
Do you know
mushrooms.
what energy activates? Well, I guess it was fire.
Fire
right?
a lot of
Fire.
the time.
Of course.
It's-
What would happen if you tried to remove all the oxygen from this plant?
I don't even know if it needs oxygen.
that doesn't feed on oxygen.
I just remembered that potentially your hometown has the plant as well.
What?
Yeah.
Would we have known that?
Just remembering our conversations from the beginning of our journey together.
Are you talking about Rickstrom?
Yes.
Rickstrom. Yep.
Right. Okay.
Did we know that?
I'll be back, my lord.
You would know that.
Yeah.
And I am off to find
Same with my home.
the
His
King
home.
Kutar.
Which is why we were summoned.
Another source of our problems is we know that the cultists were mailing out these mushrooms, trying to cluster them together.
Yes. And the bulk of the people
So-
that had these plants were where we are now.
If
They
we
left
want
a
them
cart full of
to,
it.
if we want to prevent them from calling Zuktmoy back, we have to find the cultists and take
I
them
would
out.
be very, very surprised if Zuckmoy was already in the
cultists-
process.
The cultists may know where the source is.
But if we can disperse some of these gates and make sure that the mushrooms are not clustered together, she will not be able to pass enough.
They've been
through
traded
the-
over many cities already. This
Over
plant.
several months. I mean, we've been at
Yes.
this for several months. Like, it could be anywhere.
Reason
You've
why
been at this for several months.
We're people.
we're not as.
I'm going to find the king. We need to send messages.
That's a lot to
together.
spread for a virus, you know.
Yeah. Over.
You would say this is a virus?
It's more of a fungus, but
I mean, a fungus, yeah.
Hmm.
It's
Because our main reason for being here
a
was
virus
because
for your plane.
we were trading this plant, and then we stopped trading, and we lost communication, which is the reason why we're here.
In Budownik, as you walk out to go find King Quintar, we will pick up there and go to our halftime. We'll be back in about 5 minutes, 10 minutes. I always say
You
5
always say
minutes.
5.
Fuck it, we'll be back in 10 minutes.
To 15.
10 to 20.
With the rest of this, hopefully, adrenaline rush of a story, because I'm fucking like.
My heart's beating.
Yeah, we'll be back. We're not even fighting.
No, but seriously, he might just straight give you that. It wouldn't shock me.
Welcome back. Where we left off, you guys were sitting in the tavern having your breakfast, speaking with Geryon towards the end of the conversation. Bujanic, you left to go find King Quintar. As you walk out of the tavern, begin kind of going east towards the damaged side of the city, you pretty quickly find him. He's helping out. He's moving rubble. He's doing what he can do. And he's kind of with the Golden Guards group of his personal soldiers who are all helping in this one area specifically.
Your Majesty, a word, if you please.
I would have followed as well.
Yes. How can
Should
I
we
help
just
you?
assume we all went there? If you
We
To join
have desperate need to send word of urgency to Cedar Gatling
And multiple different locations.
and several other locations.
Actually,
Do
I
you
would have stayed
have-
behind with Geryon. I'm gonna say that right now.
Do you have anyone
Me too.
still standing
I'm
that is
going with you.
capable of sending messages
them?
long distances? Then- okay. Pigeons.
Pigeons?
That's fine. I don't want it.
Hawks?
Runners.
It's
Okay.
we have nothing right now.
No form of communication.
Unfortunately, no.
Well,
I'm
we
afraid
are
to even send somebody to Santicio at this point.
we are
Should
going
be.
to no, that's a terrible idea. Don't do that.
This is your 1997. Why are we not having communication properly?
We are finding ourselves in a moment of dire urgency, needing to communicate with the eastern cities, and that is probably going to take our attention at this point in time. Is there anything else aside from the reconstruction of Bultash that you need us for?
We can't thank you guys enough for
How are the people? They're gonna make a statue about you. I promise you that.
we'll see what happens. Where are you guys
At this
getting ready to leave to?
At this point in time, we're finding the nearest means of communication. That's about the extent of it.
But the game plan is to head northwest.
Can we just? Do you have a map on you, or does somebody nearby have a map on you?
I
In
should
my
have tons of
chambers,
maps.
I have a map.
We have a map.
I have multiple maps.
We have a
depending
spare
on
map.
what
Do
you
we have a
want.
spare map that we can give him?
For what area?
Well, I just want to draw the pentagram on it and be like, here, don't go in these areas. Sorry, you're in the middle of it.
Okay. I'll draw on his map then.
Great. We're gonna go draw a map on your chambers of a pentagram that is basically demonic territory at this point. Unfortunately, it would seem that your city is one of the arms of this pentagram, and there's not much we can do about that aside from saying good luck. Also, trying to find a means to destroy these mushroom colonies as best as you can. Typically, radiant light seems to do a fantastic job of that.
The combination of
but-
radiant and light.
Do not use fire. I cannot stress that enough. Do not use fire. Some sort of radiant energy to destroy these mushrooms will help abate any future incursions on your lands.
Yeah, we will spread the word. As for your travels, if you do go north, we need a map of the tunnels
Oh yes.
that can be arranged.
We never say no to a good map.
I love maps.
Fantastic. Well, it seems like the world needs us elsewhere. I wish you luck.
I wish you all luck. I can't thank you all enough.
You can thank us by staying alive and, not accepting any weird purple-like plants anymore.
Yeah, no. If you see cultists, kill them.
Yeah,
Any
well,
word on
yeah.
cultists in the area? Strange,
Other than yourselves, of course.
Up
they're
in the
not
mountains
cultists.
is
It's
the
a
last
legitimate
place
religion.
that we have dealt with them.
Where is that?
But that has been weeks ago now.
Where is that?
Up in the mountains, just north.
Yeah.
Did they
Something
come here and try to
about
sell you on
that.
their?
That's not right. Yeah, no, we actually came here to deal with the cultists in the mountains.
That's right.
Holy shit, I forgot about that.
Priorities
but
have changed.
But they
I
weren't the
think.
main
Drastically.
people that we needed, anyways.
No, they were the ones that helped kidnap me, if I'm not mistaken. Wanted to stick a foot
Who
in
was the
us, no?
dragon that took you?
Oh, Jesus.
No, but it was
We'll,
the cultists. who were
Allow our
chasing.
allies to get rid of this plant as quickly as possible.
Call on any friends you have. I don't know who that might be, but
It will be a while before we are able to contact them, but we'll do our best. And as far as contacting goes, some of the larger cities nearby, they have ways of teleportation and communication that we no longer have.
right. Well,
DM question.
Yeah.
Sending. I could potentially use just sending, right, to do communication. Only with
there
Cedar Gatling
is
known
a
person,
distance
right?
on it, maybe, but
I thought that one didn't have a
you
distance.
have sending?
Yeah, I do.
That's what I've been looking for.
Oh, I
Like-
have sending, but it's only for a familiar person, right?
You
I-
met
Yeah, no,
people
somebody
in Cedar
that you
Gatling,
met.
though.
yeah, so I could just go back to the person.
Who is
Yeah.
the
The
I don't have my
concierge
notes.
from fucking.
I do.
Cedar Gatling.
No, who was
Yeah, the guy who showed us where the
governess?
cart
It
was.
was a governess.
The Chancellor.
What's it?
Chancellor.
Cedar Gatling Chancellor.
The concierge.
Torlane Ellington.
Yeah,
Yeah.
clearly.
We need to send a message to her.
Amazing.
Like, immediately.
Okay.
That is incredible. Have a good one. We're going to go draw on your map and then we'll be out of your hair.
Stop
I'm
by my
still-
chambers later for that map of the.
Yes. Got you.
I'm still Geryon.
Yeah, I got you. We'll let them do the thing.
Flipping your pages.
25 words.
From Budana.
Oh, God, really?
From the chamber of Badownick.
She knows who I am. That's
What's
the
an
most
illustrious
sensible way
F?
to start that.
From Budownik.
Beadenick.
Plant opens portals.
Mushroom opens portals.
She called it a plant. It's just a thing. That's
You're not even
No,
here. You're not even here.
I'm just saying, be specific.
Demons.
The specific
Demons.
ocean.
come out. Demons. I mean, what would you say?
Gate.
Teleport?
Demons teleport. Orcus on material plane.
They don't want to know who Arcus is.
They will figure it out.
Okay.
They are high scholars.
Is this it?
Orcus.
The largest library in all of Railway resides in Cedar Gatling.
I mean, I got a book that was pretty much a diary written by a clan.
They'll know who
Okay.
they'll figure it out.
Tell them not to read it backwards, though.
Western cities compromised.
You're not wrong.
Should we just say destroyed?
Destroyed.
Yeah.
How would you tell them to get rid of the mushroom colonies?
Well,
I would simply say do not put them near the
Yeah,
fireplaces.
that doesn't help, though.
well, they can't breed them.
Disperse them. Don't let them
But
touch.
how? How would we tell them to destroy them in a quick sentence?
Well, we didn't destroy them technically.
We did with the radiant damage. Every time the mushroom colonies fell on the tower, your
Oh,
radiance.
It's light, radiant light.
Radiant light destroys mushrooms. Or no, but destroy mushrooms with radiant light, not fire.
So you did say plants. Do you want to keep mushroom being the plant? Okay.
Plants
Okay.
is fine. Destroy plants with radiant light, not fire.
Underline the no fire part to really emphasize, like,
I don't think I can underline in a message.
well, emphasize then.
Exclamation point.
Sure.
In sending, like, does the tone change?
Yeah, do they hear
Does the
words?
level
It sounds
fall?
like it's literally like
The
you're
creature
sitting
hears
there.
the message in its mind and recognizes me as a sender, and it knows me, and can answer in a like manner immediately.
So yeah, you can scream,
Yeah.
"No fire!" like that.
Anything else that we need to put in there? Send reinforcements?
Hello from the Voltaire.
Would you like me to read back to you?
No. I don't believe there's anything else that we necessarily need to put in there.
Ask them if they can send maybe a really strong
15,
glaive.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21.
Tell them Voltaire
I'm
is
gonna read it
good
back.
for it.
From Budownik. Plant opens portal. Demons teleport. Orcus on material plane. Western cities destroyed. Plants destroyed with radiant light. No fire! Exclamation point.
Good fucking luck.
Okay.
I do have a question. Can we not send it like
Two-part?
multiple?
It takes more than one spell slot.
Yeah.
Spell slot
It
each
does
time.
seem worth it to make sure the clarity is.
Can you confirm with me that I will get rest before we go into any type of battle?
I mean, if it is within our ability to control, then yes, for sure. But God seems to rain shit
I think
upon
that
us.
shit's fine.
Because they can respond.
Yeah. If there's any point in their response that suggests that they don't understand, we can reinforce that point.
That is a good idea.
Excellent. Okay.
And before you get to that, we are going to go back to the tavern.
Excellent.
As they all walk out of the tavern,
So
Nazalith, and it is you and Geryon. Not going with your friends?
No, I wanted to chat with you.
Oh, yeah.
And would you say we're friends right now, at least under this contract?
No.
No.
I don't know you, though. I'm sorry. Not to be rude about it. I just,
No.
Well, you said you were part of our party, but I'll keep that in mind.
yeah, I'm here to help.
sure, there's nothing about this.
Under contract.
Last night I had asked to visit Baphomet at some point, and you said we would discuss it later.
Oh, you really want to do that?
Yes.
Okay. So you'd have to come to hell with me.
Mm-hmm.
And we'd have to make our way back. I will tell you that, so like 6 months, our contract
Mm-hmm.
here, in hell, that's a matter of about a month time. It's time is slower.
So
On
6
that point.
months in the mortal realm equates to 1 month in.
Yeah, so just be aware that every minute you spend in hell, it's going to equate to
That's fine with me. I'm an
a
elf.
little more time.
I have a little bit more than.
Here, it's not a whole lot, but you just might miss a couple hours a day. It depends on what's happening, I guess. But, yeah.
Good to know. Okay. Are you unable to travel to hell while you're under a contract?
Oh no, I can go back whenever I want. It's pretty easy for me. It's a little harder for you, unfortunately. And I do have a way to get you back. I have a portal in my house.
In your house.
It's pretty nice, actually.
It's a very nice portal.
Your
Like
house
one
in
of the
hell?
best.
Your house in hell?
Yeah.
Interesting. So, if our contract were to be broken, like we talked about earlier, and all of us were sent to hell, would we be able to use this portal in your house to come back?
Honestly, I probably would not let you use it
Oh, so it's a personal choice.
at that
You
point.
want to see
Yeah.
us struggle if we break the contract?
No, I would just have some leverage to, rework a contract with you to get back to the plan. It's not personal, it's just,
I understand.
it's business.
How did you come to find your current seat of power, if you don't mind me asking?
I mean, I'm just It's a tough question to answer. You have to know a little bit about my history and maybe the history of hell.
Would I know anything about that?
Probably not as deep.
Okay.
When it comes to like really like literally interrelationships that are happening in hell, the politics of hell. Yeah, Grazit, he's not here. He's well, if you see Baphomet, you're gonna see him too. He used to be the second ruler of hell. He's actually an archdevil who decided to betray us and allow the demons access to the first plane, which brings us to the situation we are in my home. Yeah. So as the demons, took him in, although he is an archdevil, he's also a demon lord. So there's that. I captured him, so of course I get to take his role. He's been with me for about 1,500 years.
So you've been ruling the third and second levels of hell?
First and second.
I thought you said third.
Yeah, first.
Where did I get third from?
You were making shit up. He's from the
level
third.
of hell is my
He's from the second.
my boss. Yeah.
Wait, okay, side note. What level of
Okay.
hell is Geryon from?
He's
Second.
from the second.
Where did I hear
He's
the
the
third
ruler.
from?
I told you that the third level of hell is like what rules Geryon.
Okay. So he's the second.
Which is probably the reason why.
So he just
took
took
first.
he just took Grass place then essentially?
Yeah.
Okay. What were you before you took that position?
What do you mean?
Well, you weren't the leader of the second level of hell.
Oh no, I was just a general in one of our armies.
About a promotion.
See, I admire you for that, and I have aspirations myself, so I'm just looking for some inspiration.
But here, on this plane. Okay.
Possibly.
She's 19. Just want to make sure that was out there.
I don't think that's what she was trying to convey, but the DM inside her I'm just gonna throw that out there.
Man.
Oh my god.
She's 19. Oh, fuck.
So what would you like to learn, specifically? What is this?
I personally would not like to fear my own death every single day. I would like to
You'd have to stop.
loose myself of the
Stop
mortal
it,
coil,
please.
I guess is the best term for that.
Why do you fear death every day? Just
Because there's nothing after that, and I don't want to become nothing.
I mean, there is stuff after death. It's like you can illuminate the bodies, right? But the souls,
Exactly.
they're
They're just husks. They're not anything.
Your soul will continue on, though. You know that, right? Like that's.
That was not my experience.
Well, if it happens within the next 6 months, your experience will be a little bit different.
Ooh.
But if you would like, next time everyone goes to bed, if you want to go to the second layer and meet Baphomet, we can do that.
And would you have a problem with me talking to him?
Oh no. I'll even allow him to talk back to you.
Man in control.
Okay. Fair enough.
I'll allow it.
Good verbiage. That's a dominant.
Back to you guys. As you finally figure out what you are getting ready to send.
I go ahead and
Chancellor Torlane.
I sit on my legs on the ground, and I slowly start writing Torlane's name in the ground. I said, I need something of yours, just to borrow.
Here's my pocket knife.
Excellent. Cool. All right. Winds let me summon, and I'm going to go ahead and do a message to Chancellor Torlane from Cedar Gatling that I have met on Oathgroso. I say, from Budownik, plant opens portal, demons teleport, Orcus on material plane, western cities destroyed, plants destroyed with radiant light, no fire! Exclamation point.
Exclamation point.
And some time goes by. A couple minutes.
Could be dead.
Probably dead.
I'll back up if need be.
And you finally get a response. Radiant lights. Very good to know. We are doing fine here. Some of the nearby cities have had their issues, but I think they are under control.
I just guesstimated, and I think you did a pretty good job. The 25 limit, right? Yeah.
Did that come back to all of us?
No,
or was that
just me.
It would have just gone back to Willow.
Wait, what did she say?
All that.
I was busy counting.
It's a
Really,
very
what did they
keen-
say?
I did write it down. I wrote it down completely, but
What
still.
Very keen mind you have
What
there.
they-
Radiant light, good to know. We are fine. Some of the nearby cities have had issues, but think they are under control.
Okay.
Do you believe the words that person said?
Chancellor Torlane?
Do you
Yeah.
think maybe he was under some sort of... She was under some sort of influence? Like...
I don't necessarily know.
I don't know if,
insight on her
the things that we
voice in
used
my
to
head?
do back in the day are exactly popular among the High Council. Interesting.
So it's
It's
safe.
like more of a teenager thing,
So I'm assuming that everything seems to be fine. So, yay. Right? Yeah.
Great.
Fantastic.
The PH. I'm going to, at this point
Oh, here's
in
this
time,
back.
Thank you.
There's stuff on it and it's sticky.
It is very sticky. Gore, it's hard to wash
Oh, lovely.
off. God, I just think a guy could find his pocket. I'd like to go see
Ah.
Emberly before we go. I don't know if anybody else would care to join, but
I will definitely go with you.
Oh, girl.
Where are you guys at right now?
you should probably swing by the bar to.
Wait, what? Neslet is not here? Where the hell?
Yes.
been-
Oh no,
talking to
literally with the hell guy. Shit,
Yeah,
we should
no.
definitely go
Shit!
get her. Oh,
We
no.
should find her. Shit!
She would,
They're already gone, walking down the steps of hell. You never see them again.
She seemed very engrossed with him.
yeah, I'm not very surprised. She likes to
She
likes to pretend that she is this little dark demon girl, and she really is just this
It's
innocent,
not a phase.
cute little sweet child.
It's a
who-
phase. It's totally a phase.
Not
Very-
a phase,
I
mom.
thought you're all calling her emo, basically.
She's gonna grow
She
up.
has a
and-
scene haircut. With
Yes!
Like,
I just want it like that, nice across the, and she's gotta like
Multicolored strip of
constantly do
hair.
this to like
see anything.
Yeah.
If we keep showing her the good acts, she
Liza
will,
Thornberry's sister.
she will see
No.
the way, and I believe that.
I highly doubt that she can be persuaded by you, unfortunately.
Yeah, no, literally, like, the rule with teenagers is that the more bars you put on the window, the more creative ways they
I don't know
use
if
to
she'd be
escape
technically
them.
a teenager. She's 19.
What was that word after the 9?
I mean, practically a woman at that point.
But the word after the 9 was what?
Teen.
Right,
You say
that's-
teen.
Right. So
Well, you can't treat her like that.
Okay, well, we're going to. Anyways, we're old men and we know what we're doing.
I'm not
I've never
really
had
that
children.
old. I'm only like 6 years older than her. But
Oh, I'm an old man then. Right. Nosley.
Well,
Darling. Sweetheart.
Are we around each other?
Yeah, no, I'm
I would say
poking my
that
head through the
like,
bar right now.
as
It's
you
okay.
got you and Geryon in your conversation, they stroll back in.
We're gonna go pay our respects to Emberly.
come along, Neslet.
If you'd like to join us,
That's
you're
fine.
welcome to.
Do you care if I join?
Sure.
It's my temple.
Oh, right. So no, like, as soon as you walk in, that makes sense. Yeah, yeah, of course.
And I would have had my undead just waiting outside, and I'm going to have them trail behind us.
Do you have my sister?
No.
Inside check.
Inciting the hell out of that.
Roll.
Yeah, no, I fucking.
Can I advantage?
I wanna. I doubt that
You can do
seriously.
advantage. Yeah. You
Can I roll by myself
Okay.
without
18,
advantage? I'm curious.
18, 19, 20, 21.
I will negate my curiosity.
He does not have your sister, but you get the hints. He knows where your sister's at, like exactly.
Motherfucker.
Like he's got info on your sister.
Since it is your temple, I'm pretty sure you know of the inhabitants there.
Most of them. I've had a lot lately.
Right, an
Yeah, so
influx.
it's hard to really.
Yeah.
Let's not
And a fire
bring that
genasi
down a step, right? Her sister just died.
seems
For you.
quite appetizing.
For us.
It was kind of like her sacrifice that even gave us the power to make the laser.
Hmm.
So it was like a pretty big deal.
Oh, so he pulls out the blueprints to make this.
Yeah. Make it work. I made that. She made it work.
She operated. She was the.
Nope, she was not.
She's the fuel to the
No,
fire.
she is not.
Okay.
I stand by my statement.
Anyways, do you guys want to go to the temple?
Is there anything that you can maybe do to help her sister?
She's dead. I can't.
Great, fantastic. Yep, just offer my sister
I also
soul
believe her
up
body
as
is a statue.
possible
That's true.
fuel for your machinery. Yes.
Yeah, so I
it's a
mean-
statue. Horrible.
I don't know where you're putting the soul. Even if you
What
could,
if we
you know?
found another body to put this?
Yeah.
We are not doing anything with my sister's soul and putting her in a different body.
How long has she been dead?
Long enough.
Is she like all dead, or
There's sculptures that do that, you know.
right?
Switch body, body, body.
Right, I've actually heard, now that you mention it, I've heard that Luxodon are super fond of like bringing people who just died back to life and putting them
She
in different
hasn't
bodies.
just died.
Just saying.
Shall we?
I think we shall.
Yeah, by now I'd say you guys are about at the doors of the temple. It's not that far from
Your
where you
sister
guys
could
are
feel
going.
your fucking weapon.
You would have had to walk by the broken tower, and then on the back side of the tower would be the temple. You guys walk up the stairs and into the temple. She's dying.
God, I was gonna say God.
And into the temple. It's as beautiful as you remembered it
Yep.
last time. A little stream runs through the center of it. It's a beautiful grass field. You walk over to the garden. You have the statue, correct?
Well, I would put the statue in the garden.
Okay.
That's
you
where I
didn't
wanted it.
remove it from the garden.
No, it's there. Yeah.
Inside of this beautiful garden, where you left your sister's statue,
Stone carcass. Yep.
Nobody is calling
It
it a
was-
stone carcass.
It was kind of like in the middle of this beautiful, very like basic looking garden. As you kind of walk up to it, this garden now is just filled way higher than the statue of your sister. She almost stands like a peacock in the center of it.
Oh, yay.
With a multitude of reds and oranges and in between flowers that almost look like a flame behind her in the pattern of flower.
Nice touch, bro.
Cool. I will go and kneel before her and just kind of just sit there with my eyes closed.
Okay. I would say that Geryon is kind of like letting you guys do your thing, kind of like standing back, and you kind of see him wander off into a different side of the temple.
Tending to business.
Just seems to
Counting
be
his flock.
he seems to be chatting with some of the different people who are in here running the temple.
Does everyone literally recognize him as Geryon?
Yes, but not because of his looks. It's mainly because the staff in his hand has his symbol right at the top of the staff, underneath the blade in all gold. And the fact that he's wearing all gold, his symbol is.
He's got a
couple
staff
different-
with a blade on it?
Different. It's not a blade, no.
Are you gonna try and steal it from him?
Good luck. I would love to see you
But
try.
his emblem is kind of like all over him, and people are aware that this is his home on the material plane as far as spirituality goes.
So about the staff.
You wanna die? You wanna go to hell? Because that's what's gonna happen.
Have I ever seen him put the staff down?
You have not.
Where hell doesn't burn.
What else are you guys doing in the temple?
I'll just be kneeling there until they tell me it's time to leave.
Downick, what are you doing?
I am going to remove one of the fabric pieces that binds my elbow bracer together, where 3 normally would be. And I will undo that, and I will pocket the metal components to 3 / my bracer, and then take the be like a basically like a soiled linen at this point, but and I will just tie it in a, I want to say inconspicuous, but it's a statue, so it's conspicuous no matter what. But I guess I'll just tie it around her bicep.
Okay.
And my people. They didn't deserve you. So, thank you. Thank you. And I will turn and walk 20 feet away.
Okay, Nazlith, what are you doing?
I would like to check in with Voltaire because it's been a while since I talked with him. Voltaire,
Yes.
how are you doing with everything?
I think that so far anyways things could not have turned out better than they have, considering at least we were able to use her power, her enormous power, frankly, to take down 2 demon lords. I don't think that is a small feat, and I don't think it would have been possible without her. So I hope that she feels like we did right by her.
Do you feel like we made the right decision to make a contract with Geryon?
I think that our decision will echo for millennia. And I think that is such a complex thing that we will never know. Not for a long time. But for the interim, for the short term, it seems to be working out in a good way. But we have no idea what he's going to do with Baphomet. We have no idea what he is going to do as soon as he gets those chains that he wants. I don't think... At a certain point, I can't help but see him when I look around. Do I see him anywhere?
As a matter of fact, you do. As you kind of say this and you look around, he is literally walking right next to you and kind of taps on the shoulder and just looks at you and she could help you. And he just kind of continues walking towards the statue.
She could help. She referring to Nazla? What was the implication? Was he referring to Nazla or was he referring to Emberly or something?
That's for you.
That's for you to determine.
Okay. Thank you for being very vague. Anyways, I think at some point he's going to become the enemy. He is going to become... This is like a stage whisper, like super, super quiet.
Yeah, definitely.
But like loud enough. He is going to become the enemy in my brain eventually.
Do you feel conflicted over this?
Extremely.
And where does that put you spiritually?
In utter disarray.
Through my readings, I have found certain things we could do to make you feel a little bit more comfortable if you would like to try it.
I don't think that magically curing my uncertainty is the correct answer.
I didn't
think
necessarily saying magically curing. It's more of like a cleansing.
I would rather feel the weight of my decisions and our decisions than to shirk them off. I don't want to forget how this happened and what part I had to play.
So you're saying that living with your discomfort is important to you, as a reminder.
For the time being, it is not something I am looking to shirk.
If you find that it becomes unbearable, let me know.
What even are you trying to offer me at this point?
You'd have to say yes to know.
That's very enigmatic of you. Thank you. Everyone around me cannot talk straight for their fucking lives.
Everybody's talking in riddles!
It's so difficult just to say what you mean and mean what you say. I don't know. Okay. Anyways. Thank you for leaving me more confused than I already was. And I'm going to go walk up to Emberly and kneel down. And I'm going to say, Emberly, I hope that you see this as a win.
A win?
As I'm sitting there, can I take a minute?
Yeah, so what I was going to say, while these two are having a conversation, and right after Geryon says something to Voltaire, he comes over to you and kind of kneels down by your side. I know you're worried about your sister. Just don't be. She's...
Don't.
It's all chill, bro. What you tripping?
I will tell you the fact that this all happened. Yeah, the tower. And, she's too good to be in hell. I want you to know that. There's a reason that she is consumed by this tower and not touchable. Right? Anyway, she'll be fine.
That sounds like aggressive clap.
And she would...
Listen, man, I'm
I know
stressed
she would
out.
want you to at least go find your dad and let him know that what happened. That's up to you. I'm here, for the next couple months. So.
Right? Is there any way that you could open your mouth and we could speak into your mouth and we could hear her voice back?
He kind of moves on back away from you.
Well, I would have said with my eyes closed, be like, give me position. I actually appreciate that. It makes me feel a little bit better. So thank you.
Yeah, I wish you guys would.
Gary's just such a good guy.
Is that what we're going to call him, Gary?
Am I able
makes
to
the
take
most
a
sense.
minute?
Yeah.
Then I would like to go ahead and cast the Ritual Commune.
Yeah.
So I'll take some holy water from my pocket, pour it on my head, take a flower, wrap it around my fingers. And so just so you're aware, so I can contact a deity or a divine proxy and ask up to 3 questions that can be answered with yes or no. And I must ask my questions before the spell ends, which is 11 minutes.
Okay.
Sorry, no. Duration 1 minute. I don't know where I got 11 from.
Casting time, maybe? Is it a
If you
ritual?
ritual
Yes.
cast it,
Yeah. Well, because cast time is 1 minute, duration's 1 minute.
is it a ritual spell?
Yeah.
That's
Then
where you got
can
the 11.
Is that where I take 11
You
from?
can take 11 minutes to cast it without spending a spell slot.
It doesn't say 11 though. It just says 1. I
It's
messed up with the ones together.
10 plus your casting time.
You receive a correct answer for each question. The divine beings aren't necessarily
Omnipotent.
Thank you. So you might receive unclear as an answer if a question pertains to information that lies beyond the deity's knowledge, in a case where one-word answers could be misleading or contrary to the deity's interest. And that's your GM can offer a short phrase as an answer instead.
Yeah.
And then if I cast it more than twice, the percentage of it.
What deity are you going for?
I am going to contact my celestial aura, wind god, S.
Okay. Yeah, and as you sit there and you do this ritual, very familiar wind
Yes, thank you.
gathers around you and your sister.
Awesome. So 3 questions. First question is, do you know the location of the Demigorgon? Is Orcus... Oh, you want me to do one at a time? Go ahead.
Yeah.
Go ahead. Yeah. Well, that's fine. What makes it
He
easier
was
for you?
pondering.
He was like, hold on, give me a moment.
When you ask the location of the Demigorgon, the wind inside where you guys are at begins to really shake back and forth, almost like it can't choose a direction. And then you get a very strong gust of wind. East to northeast.
Oh shit, they're together.
And you, I would say, would interpret this as you know they gave you the direction of them, but that initial wind that's going crazy, they couldn't tell you what direction they're going.
Right. Just that he's northeast
Yes.
at the moment.
Correct.
Okay. My next question. Is he moving to Orcus?
You get a very warm air that begins to wrap you, and it's a strong yes.
Yes, as in yes, he's going to meet up with Orcus. Right, okay, cool. Last question. Is there more demon lords coming to the plane?
As the wind spins around you and you let off this question with the very last word that exits your mouth, the wind stops
Okay.
and just falls down to your side. And it's something you've never felt before, communicating with your god, and that's your god has no fucking clue.
Fuck. Okay. Okay, cool. Alright. So, I have an update.
Oh.
Not a good one.
So,
Yeah. So Demigorgon is on his way to Orcus.
But that makes it easier to find him because Rover can sniff him out.
Well, he did say if
You
it
don't want to
was
fight them together.
both of them together, would it be? We'd be dead.
Well, right, but maybe we do the sneak thing, wait for them to separate, then follow the Demigorgon.
What if they never separate?
Well, then I guess we have no choice but to fight.
To be honest, the fear is if they get together, bring back Zuxmoy.
That's something that they can do?
Yeah.
Well, Demigorgon is east northeast, and
so is
Orcus is northwest.
He's northeast, headed west.
He's north, headed west. Demigorgon is currently east northeast.
Correct.
So this caught a lot harder.
Yeah. Well,
We should probably get moving.
where to?
Well, to Orcus, I'm assuming, and Demigorgon will be soon to follow.
Or we could try and cut off the Demigorgon before he gets to Orcus.
If you give me another long rest, I can try to pinpoint more, but that's about it.
I have asked more of you than anyone else in this group. And we have accomplished something for my people, my species, that you have my sword.
You gave me
Wherever-
a nice pair of boots, so I think we're even.
Sure. Wherever you go, I will follow.
Excellent. I mean, I really don't want to do this, but the fate of the world.
I'm at your command.
I'm assuming you want to follow Hot Stuff. Because he's from hell. Oh, I thought that was funny.
I thought it was funny.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Why didn't you chuckle?
I hate it.
Can you laugh?
I can laugh, yeah.
Okay.
So it must have been
expenses.
not that funny then, right?
Well,
What kind of funny am I?
I'm just in a temple right now.
No, tell me what kind of funny am I? Am I like a clown funny?
What's it from? What's it from?
It's Goodfellas.
Goodfellas, yeah. Voltaire, you want to join?
Yes, I am here. I'm down. Let's deal with that.
If we don't get him a goddamn glaive, though, he's never
We
gonna
need to
shut
get
up
him a
about it.
sword.
No, I cannot use a sword. So much of my skill is with the glaive, and this one is just like a rusty butter knife. And just.
Well, what about the bow?
Wait, you have a glaive.
I do have a glaive.
Why are you asking for one?
I want the better one. This one can't even hit the Zakmoy. It is useless against anything that is actually strong.
Is there any way you could consecrate that and make it some sort of magic, give it magical properties? Just
I have a deal. Hold
I'm
on.
not going to say that I was going that direction, but I think that I could take that overnight if you want to.
Well, I have a deal for you, actually.
Oh,
Let's hear
that's
this.
great.
Here we
Okay.
go. The guy who didn't want to deal with devils.
Now he's all like, "Fuck it, I'm already down this hole."
I remember you saying that you liked my bow very much.
Yeah, I have a couple.
Straight trade this bow for your lance. Let's do it.
Oh my god. Such stupid.
Do you know anything about that bow?
I do know I am attuned to this bow, so I know all about it.
What's with the bow?
Okay. I would suggest you keep it.
Right, no, the bow is good, but I have so many things you don't understand.
I don't know if you understand.
Voltaire.
What is with the bow?
We will get you a glaive by other means. You don't need to make
If
a
you
deal
like,
with
you
the
can
devil.
leave me that glaive. I will make it better for you tomorrow.
Oh shit, why didn't you just say so, homie?
But if the demon man is telling devil, I am so sorry.
What's the cost?
Good
though?
sir.
What's the cost for this upgrade?
Wait, yeah, are you doing this out of the goodness of your
I mean, he
soul?
didn't initiate exchange of goods
Yeah,
for
I wasn't
services.
gonna
Well then, yeah, here, take it, homie.
do anything. I mean, if you need a glaive to fight well, and we're
Is there going to be a
Doing
catch-22 with it though? Does it still have a piece
We're gonna
of
need to
its
start trusting.
soul
We're about to
a couple
try
years
this
of
all
life after?
no, I won't enchant it with anything too magical. I'll make it a little
Little bun.
more violent, if you will. I will say that those that you hit with it, I might claim. Outside of that,
Oh,
You'll be
so
fine.
you'll be like death walking around.
Great,
collecting
you'll-
souls.
I only do strike down the wicked, though.
you'll be
so this,
sending people to me. You'll be working for the devil.
right, but I only strike down the wicked, so I
Just call you
don't
the
think
Grim
that this
Reaper
is
at this
necessarily a bad thing.
On the
So
wings
you're
of
okay
death.
working
Yeah,
for the devil.
honestly, dude, you're not the only one.
That is interesting nomenclature. What is dude?
It's actually the tip of a bull's penis, but
Oh my God.
See, that's what I had known it as. Are you calling me a bull's penis?
No, in hell, that's like a form of communication with each other. The average person.
They're a little bit more hip down there.
Interesting.
They're
I'm going,
woke.
I'm going to start using that.
Our language has
Dude.
evolved so much that it started to devolve. So we try to just go to shorter.
That sounds
Do you
like it's
tweet?
some
Have
sort
you,
of
guys,
like...
have you guys broken back into
Yeah.
like
lot of growths.
pictograms, like
Yeah.
where you send
Hieroglyphics.
messages? Hieroglyph, yeah.
Exactly.
Right, okay.
Half the time I just shoot people pictures and they know what I'm talking about. So
Yeah.
it's,
Like little moving pictures.
mine don't move. No.
Oh,
What?
Anyways.
If
Memes.
he's telling you that the bow's good, why not use the bow?
Well,
No, keep the bow. But
I will keep the bow. The bow is very good. The bow
What's
is
with
not...
the bow?
all right. I'm
Look,
gonna go
you
ahead
don't-
and start walking back to the cart. Anybody that'd like to join me?
I'll go. I'm curious about the bow.
you'll just have a glaive of Geryon tomorrow.
Oh, that sounds pretty good.
Yeah, well named.
That, like I said, I only strike down. It's not going to change me at all, is it? Any kind of weird personality quirks?
Absolutely not. No.
I ain't such a...
Literally. Yeah, relevant.
In a way, it already is changing your
Yeah,
personality.
you already.
Already-
Now that you're
That's all you.
willing to do the devil's work, you're like, hey, yeah, I'll take some souls and bring them down to hell for you.
That is 15 insight.
-3.
Hey! It's actually +4, you bitch.
Oh, nice. There you go. Solid. I mean, that's solid.
18!
So,
Wait, 15 plus 4 would be
19. Sorry, I thought it was 14.
no, he's telling you like the flat out truth. It shouldn't change you in any way. It should, it's,
That's all you
I mean, you're
really
literally
do.
just going to be sending
I like
people
the
to me.
slurp.
Yeah.
After what, I mean, if you don't like those people anyways, what do you care what happens after they're done?
That is how I'm trying to justify it to myself, but I've been justifying a lot to myself lately, so I'm not entirely sure about
You're literally just sending a soul to me, so it can't be freed somewhere else.
I'm literally just sending them through the worst possible thing that I could be sending.
No.
Yeah, but they're in just people.
Seventh
You only
worst
strike down.
possible thing.
Oh, 7th.
Yeah, as
There's
opposed to
nine layers.
Yeah.
Yeah, you know.
Not 2.
Let's just keep going.
Look, here. I will do this, but I won't use it unless it is a last resort.
However, you gotta justify it.
Yeah. whatever it
Whatever
takes
you
for
have
to
to tell
sleep
yourself
at
you
night.
have the
But
night
let's
to go to
say we
sleep.
get to
Yeah.
Zuckmoy, and I want to kill Zuckmoy, and hey, I don't care about sending Zuckmoy to hell, right? Would this even send
No, that's-
Zuckmoy to hell?
Unfortunately, for
She
things
doesn't have a soul.
that
She's
are
a ginger.
fiendish
Mhm.
or from other planes of existence.
Oh,
no,
so you
not
mean like
music.
90%
This
of the
is,
things that we actually fight?
I mean, if you
He's not saying you won't damage it.
anybody
You won't
in this-
damage it.
No, right, but I won't have to worry about sending them to hell because I don't care. They're
On my way
fiendish,
to-
right?
Right, you won't matter. Yeah, it won't
Right,
matter.
they're gonna go to the abyss.
I'm not
anyways.
going to use this against humans or anything
Right, that's
like
not.
of that.
Well,
Undead.
No, I won't.
You probably should.
well.
Something.
Okay, just for your sake, maybe I will.
Does he have to meet a weekly quota?
No, there's no quotas. It's
Is it?
yours.
God.
If it becomes no longer yours,
Uh huh.
Oh god.
there might be some things attached.
Like what?
How many glaives have you lost already?
It
A
just
lot.
depends on how's it being used, what's happening.
So, like, if it breaks or something?
no, if you break it, you're fine.
This is bad.
Okay.
I'm
You
walking
don't
with
let
you,
anyone-
Karen.
You guys remember Hagitha?
Yeah.
Hagitha was so
I think
nice.
that girl was nice.
She was so helpful.
Now she's
Do
a
you want it or
schmear.
not?
Yes,
Yeah,
here,
she's
fine.
kind of like a
Do it.
Schmear now.
She's
Thank you.
like jelly on toast.
You're way too tense
Yeah.
sometimes, you know?
A lot of tense things have been
It's really-
happening. I don't know if you noticed, but the world's
kind of a
kind
sad
of
thing.
fucking ended.
I feel like we should
Yeah.
pay homage to her.
Where are you
someday.
from?
We should.
Rick
We should
Strun?
name the carriage Hagitha.
Huh.
Hagitha.
Why do you
carriage.
ask?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Small talk. No.
Uh-huh.
That's what you do, right? You-
Not generally with the satanic being, but
Okay.
weird times, I guess.
Yeah,
How many
definitely.
are in your undead army now?
4 fresh ones.
Floor
Excellent.
freshen's.
Maybe we should put
Do you have
stuff over
unique names
cloaks
for
over their
them?
heads because they have family members
So it's still pretty early.
that
Are we?
see them undead.
Yeah, to the wagon.
Yeah, we're gonna
let's
head to the
go.
wagon.
And
Should we say our goodbyes?
nope.
No? Okay.
I say we leave
Where are we going exactly?
under the cloak of night.
We are headed towards Orcus. With you, our fearless nose of death.
Orcus first.
Well, Demigorgon's headed towards Orcus.
I'm here just for the ride, you know?
Yeah, well, you can help in the carriage.
If
Oh,
you
yeah.
have some
There's a
thoughts,
vacant
feel free
bed.
to share.
Oh.
I would just think that Orcus is a little bit further than Demigorgon. Demigorgon, according to you, is somewhere east.
He's northeast. But he's headed towards Orcus.
Who's north going west.
Right. Oh, so I mean they're going against each other?
They're
West.
kind of moving like this.
Can I show you a map? Would you be able to point where he is?
I could give my best guess on Orcus. And you kind of like open up the map. Where is it?
How many
You
times
took
have we
it.
pulled out the map this time?
I did
There's the
take
map.
it.
I'm the map. I'm the
I'm
map.
gonna take it from me.
He shows you that Orcus seems to be headed towards
Do you want it?
the one that we didn't name earlier that I forgot that you like the name.
Doth. Wait, he's
seems
headed
to
toward
be,
Doth?
Seems to be like just north of Groundspire, headed towards Doth right now.
Oh, right. 'cause
Where
He
Popped
was
up at
started in
Groundspire.
Groundspire. and
right
half
where
to
the
go.
wind that you got would have taken you a
San
little
Luis?
more east of Groundspire by probably, well, you don't really know the distance.
Oh,
But it
okay.
would have been east of Groundspire.
Right. So he
So
was.
you know that like right now Orcus would be at Groundspire, right? And
Yeah.
they would be moving like that.
Got
So
it.
really
So
our
you have a
trajectory
chance
would
of
be-
interception around Groundspire. Would be my guess.
Okay, so let's. We're gonna. So maybe perhaps we should head to Groundspire then.
Okay. Orcus is leaving. I suggest.
Heading towards Doth.
Well, he's been in that Groundspire area for a while. So when we get there,
Things probably won't be nice.
just expect the worst.
Oh, I'm assuming he's left some things there.
Yeah. Mementos.
I've never been to Groundspire myself, so I don't know how well defensed it is, but
Oh, right.
yeah.
Would he have left some friends?
Tokens.
Uh,
Party.
Orcus
gifts.
leaves nothing. My experience.
Excellent. So we're looking for a death and decay. Your realm.
Hey.
Yeah, you'd be lucky if you can find decay. That doesn't stay either. It's like
Just nothing.
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 Excellent. Groundspire, which is probably no longer spire, now just ground. Thank you.
To ground.
They're all gonna correct the maps. by crossing out
Just
Spire
cross
on
out
every map.
Spire.
We gotta
Now it's just
stay-
ground.
And you guys
All the
hop
scholars
in,
are sitting there like,
you
fuck,
are
I just wrote that.
Right?
And you guys begin making your way out of Bultash.
On the carriage.
Where you've spent the last week of your time.
I'll start.
um,
I'll drive.
Okay. And as you drive the carriage, you guys are headed north, I would assume.
Yep.
A little bit northeast, right towards that area. As you guys exit the town, and what you would have known was a forest when you entered, is gone.
Right.
There's down trees and
Laser was shot through it at one point.
It's
as a
very
test.
hard
Listen,
to find.
It was very, very crucial that we did that, and honestly, you handled it admirably.
It's very hard to find any living thing the occasional plant here and there. There's a lot of like dead fungus in spots. There's a lot of cracks in the ground that are just like these like 3-inch by 6-foot fissures that you guys are just walking by. And it's like this all day.
Oh.
You occasionally roll a perception check being up on top of the cart. And I would say Geryon would probably be up there with you.
Okay. So I got 6.
A low one for Geryon.
Cool.
He got a 22.
Cool. Thanks, Geryon.
What was his straight roll?
And he probably rolled a
I
5.
say, what was
Yeah.
what was the straight roll?
He rolled a 15. It was,
Oh, okay.
Plus 7 though. That's pretty good.
It's good.
So there's a lot of creatures running around.
Creatures that you're familiar with from your play?
From the dream plane, I'm familiar with them, not from my plane.
I'm sorry,
the
you
book-
said dream?
Yeah, the book you read, that's the...
Right, Kalistar's
Kalistar.
home.
Yeah, so when their home got taken over, it started to look like this, and you start to see demon life takeover. You know, they have a wilderness just like you guys do. It's just
Right.
a barren shithole.
Well, I'm assuming since we're within the pentagram itself, how long do you think we have?
Yeah, and as you kind of say that, you see like this like gross looking, what almost looks like a pig. It's got 2 heads.
Oh!
It's got tusks on each head. The tusks are like leaking blood as it like begins to cross the road in front of you. The legs on this thing are like bloated in certain area and pocked as it kind of like walks by and it looks up at you guys and just kind of like continues on. Geryon kind of looks at you and just be prepared for like people.
Right, when I thought of the dream realm, I was figuring it was beautiful and vast, and
I mean, at one time,
so the creatures from them there now are like this? Were they like that originally?
this is all of it is basically.
Lovely.
They're
Great.
terrible people, creatures,
Right.
things. I
Will they
don't-
attack us?
Some of these things will, yeah. A pig, I'm not worried about a pig.
Will you let us know if you see something perhaps that would?
I'm
not familiar.
Sure you'll see it too.
Oh no.
All I'm gonna say is just be aware of things jumping at us.
I knock on the back of the carriage.
What?
Open it. Yeah. Abyssal creatures from a different plane are around us, and that could. So keep an eye out, everyone, potentially. So don't just sit in the carriage.
You're like on the front of the carriage. so-
Right. I mean, there's windows.
Sure.
Prop them open. Take a look. Take a gander.
And my undead are still on their turnip cart.
Yep.
Yeah, it's being
Just
sold
okay.
by-
Oh, yeah,
Cart, yeah.
We're all just trucking along.
You dead bodies.
It's like anchovies.
There's
in a
only 4.
can.
There's only 4 this time.
Yeah, they're
That's
chilling.
bad.
I'll cover them with the tarp.
Yeah.
While we're riding along, I would like to approach Badanic and say, "Hey, our respirators are not looking too great."
I was thinking about those, honestly, and, if you don't mind turning them over for a little while, I
I
could
have
probably.
mine over to you. Voltaire.
Thank you.
No, thank you very much.
Lord,
Hopefully we don't see
are
them.
you susceptible? Are
Oh,
you
I'm
susceptible? Okay, great.
Yeah, don't worry about it.
Then I will start working on our 3 respirators.
Smart idea though. Those are cool. For a
Dudes, I
tinker,
can.
That's a good one.
I can hold my breath.
Yeah, no, she doesn't even need one.
Nice. A trait of all animals. That's cool.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can hold my breath forever.
Oh, that is much. I'm sorry. For the-
No, it's fine.
That was-
It was my fault.
you seem well read, and that just came out of. left
Yeah,
field.
that's yeah.
I can hold my breath.
Look what I can do!
I appreciate that you were so
Mom,
nice about
Look
it.
what I can do!
look at me!
Look what I drew! Dad, look what I drew.
Yeah, so it's getting dark. I mean,
What time of day is it?
How's that?
you would know it's probably around 7 o'clock at night. as you guys have gone.
How long have we got?
Geryon, look.
You guys have been. Oh, yeah.
How are you doing that?
Right?
Oh my god.
It's pretty good. Yeah, you'll never see
That's
it.
the type of magic I have never
Oh.
seen before. Look at, did you see what he could? I didn't know.
I don't know why we're so impressed by that when I can pretty much build a force field of divine.
Oh yeah, no, that's cool too. Don't get me wrong.
But I mean, look at this.
He's detaching body parts and putting
You
it back
guys
together.
kind of stop your cart for the night.
Yeah.
And you kind of like are showing this trick off, and Geryon kind of opens the door and sees this. He's like, "That's pretty good. You got that glaive for me?"
I gave it to you before we left.
Oh yes, of course. And he like
You got that glaive for
He
me?
reaches in his bag and he pulls it out and he's like, "Watch this!" And he snaps off his arm and it's just laying there on the floor and he's staring.
I
at
am
you.
sorry. What did he do? Just snapped off his arm?
Yeah, it happens. And he
Happens?
puts it back up and he pops it back on.
That
You laughed at his. Why?
Well,
Yours is a little bit more
he's
gruesome.
not mortal.
I figured that.
that's pretty cool, dude.
Was there like when he put
Yeah,
it
no,
off?
that was-
Was there like just a vacant
It
space
looked
there?
like a human being chopped their arm off.
Excellent. So
It was
Like blood
like,
splurt and everything.
clean and just blood started to just like.
bone and
Yep.
that's feels no pain.
And as soon as he put it back on, it's like no wound or anything happened. It like.
Are there any
mends
blood
itself
splurts, or does it almost seem like
within,
it was an
instantly.
illusion?
Uh,
Or do we see any blood on the ground,
You
the walls, or
do
anything?
see blood on the ground.
See bloody
You can roll a
road.
perception check for me though.
Wow. Okay.
You know, that's pretty impressive, but I will say that I have heard that getting a finger cut off is much
Oh my
more
God.
painful than a full limb.
I don't know if I agree with that. That sounds pretty
shit.
horrific getting a whole limb cut
no,
off.
I've
And
heard
he didn't even wince.
it's
Like
worse
it
'cause
was like,
when you lose your
Okay.
thumb,
You know, like-
lose everything that makes you evolve.
listen, you
Because
remember-
then you can't use tools anymore.
but like if
The
you lose
thumb
an
is the
arm,
thing
you
that
lose
makes us
like a
different.
whole limb,
No,
right?
it's not the
It's
same.
very hard to tell.
It's
like,
better.
what
You remember that one
exactly
armed
you
ninja
do
that we
is
ran
probably
into that one time in that one
the
bar in the
invisible
Keys?
stuff, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, what about it?
It's just, I mean, I imagine he had a much harder time operating things.
No, because his friend also was missing his ring finger, and he said it was way worse.
Question.
Yeah.
You
The
couldn't grip
creatures
things well,
that
it
are
was
around us
terrible.
that potentially kill
I
us.
just think he was lucky to have
What
a
would you
mage hand on
say
his side,
their
you know?
origin is? Fae, fiend,
For who?
Fiends.
fiends.
Yeah, this is fiendish.
Would you call yourself a fiend?
No, I'm not a fiend. What?
Are you trying to offend him?
Can I insight on that? Is he a fiend?
Roll an insight check.
I'm about to do a freaking spell that could hurt him drastically.
Yeah, roll an insight
Are you
check.
classifying me?
Are you?
Did you just?
Did you just assume my classification?
11.
Um,
He's about to get hit.
with an 11, you are unsure if he's lying or telling the truth to you. It's a little
Excellent.
confusing. But he seems to be.
Oh, good. So you're not a fiend. Excellent. Then this force field will not hinder you in any type of way or cause you damage.
There's nothing you can do to hinder me. Don't worry.
Excellent. Okay.
Yeah.
Great.
Hot.
I'm gonna go outside for a moment.
Okay.
Wait, are we stopped?
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm gonna cast forbiddance around us.
Are we taking a rest?
Yes.
Yeah.
Unless you guys want to go through the night, I can stay up all.
What does forbiddance do?
It was the one that she cast earlier.
Yeah.
But what does it do?
It's a ward against magical travel that protects about 40,000 feet of space. They can't teleport into our area. They can't enter the area. Also against
My
planar
proficiency
travel.
bonus went up.
Oh, there you go. Prevents creatures from accessing the area by any way of astral plane.
Ethereal.
Ethereal, thank you. No one help me faster. Plane, Feywild, Shadowfell, any plane shift at all. In addition, it does cause damage if they choose to try to come into our area.
Oh, perfect. I feel
Radiant
like
damage.
sleeping in a proper bed tonight. Anyone want to stay in the mansion?
I
Yeah,
would
no,
love
that sounds way
That'd be
better
great.
than
The
sleeping in
mansion
bed.
is always a wonderful place to stay.
Yeah, no, that's
Yes.
always an option.
So let me, I'll get us set up then. So I'm gonna go outside with my holy water. I'm gonna put my sage, light it, and then we'll walk around the area, saying a little spell, wind, and then casting forbiddance on the area.
Okay.
Specifically for fiends.
I gotcha. I gotcha.
I will cast Magnificent Mansion, and the portal door will open up. Are you allowed in here? Is there any?
Yeah, why not?
Okay. Just thought I'd ask.
Do you need permission to go in?
I don't need
I don't think that he's a vampire. He's
not.
No, but we would like you to invite us in.
I'm just going
No, if
to-
you want to come in, you're welcome to come in.
I just-
No, but like you need to invite. But like, could you invite us? No, if you want to come in, you can come in. If you don't.
He's one of them old school vampires. I'll just open the door and leave it open for you guys, and I'll walk in.
I'll follow.
And I'll have my undead follow as well.
If I have a ritual, am I able to cast something that causes concentration?
Is it a ritual spell?
Well, forbiddance is a ritual. If I do something that has concentration, does that negate each other? No? Right? So we're good?
Oh, I figured out what I
It
get. As a 15th level wizard, I got an 8th level spell slot.
Very nice.
which means you get to pick an 8th level spell too, dear.
But my spell, like, what I can actively learn didn't increase at all. So I
The
can't-
wizard?
Just one of your spells probably upgrades.
You're a wizard, Harry?
Yes.
You collect spells.
I know, but so I can collect up to 20 spells in my, 22 spells in my spell book, but I only have 17 active. And that
You only
has
have
increased.
15 of 17 prepared.
Because 2 of them are homebrewed. So that's why I didn't prepare all the way up there.
Good for you.
Well,
We don't remember that.
This is
I
a
would
beautiful,
have forgot that.
beautiful mansion. Not quite home, but pretty close. You guys hungry or eating? What are we doing?
I just clap my hands and a bunch of servants walk out with food. Whatever you want.
Oh, hell yeah.
What'd you do?
No.
Jerry, if you could take me to a
Jerry.
bath, that'd be
This is gonna turn
fantastic.
into Parks and Rec. Jerry, Gary, Terry.
I'm sorry, this isn't my place. Are you asking me?
No, I'm asking her.
Oh,
It's-
oh,
it's-
you named one of my servants Jerry.
Yes.
That's cute.
Oh,
Why would I ask
Jerry.
you?
You down and called
Jerry.
me Gary earlier, and I just
Oh,
got, I got a little
no.
confused.
No, it's not.
Thought you
No.
wanted me to bathe you.
I mean, would you be open to that?
You know, I
I-
am under contract.
Right. So we professionalism.
Married.
Yes, can I borrow Gary? I need to bathe.
There's many servants here. You can take however many you want.
Gary, take me to a bath.
Is it like a common bath or is it like an individual bath? Like,
It's whatever you want it to be.
well, I just want to respect boundaries, but I mean at the same time I don't.
That
I
would be
want
a
a
first.
large clawfoot tub, and I want it to be filled with milk, honey, flowers,
I mean,
some fruit, and I want to bathe in it.
Dickiest bath.
is this a Zoe fantasy?
Yes,
family?
and then I will rinse in another location.
Fantastic. I'll just take like a like a wooden barrel that's like cut in half that's full of hot water.
The
Jerry.
Wild Wild West tubs.
Yeah, exactly.
His legs are all up high out of it. He's just washing his toes.
The
You
Witcher.
can do a little bit better than that if you want to.
No, simplicity is finest. It's a small thing.
Well, good night to you all. If you have anything you need from me, I will be in the bath.
I will also join in a bath. Are we in like the same room, or is there like a divider?
That's your choice.
It's up to. I just need. I would like the royal treatment.
Okay, right. Well, while she's getting royal treatment, I'll just set up my bath next to hers and sit in my
You just see
tub.
Boudanic come in with this like half.
I want a silk
barrel.
robe. I want them to help me into the bath.
You're like this.
They have some
Yes. Like,
water and
fuck
some
it.
pots, and they're.
Is it like
totally
a
dumping it.
walk-in one where you just
Yes, I'm talking about full on Queen of the Damned, without the blood, without the also the vampire.
Oh, okay.
Love it.
Yeah.
I'm going to be finding a big empty room that is wonderfully echoey and acoustic.
Oh God.
So like the library.
No.
Everybody's covered in shit and filth and gore,
And he's like, I
you're
need
gonna be like
to
yodeling.
Freshening up for Orcus. Oh my God.
Oh my god.
While he's looking for that, and do you find a room? Do you get started on that?
Yeah.
I'm gonna send in a servant with a bucket of water to just on it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you very much, Gregory.
That room, please make it soundproof.
Yeah, it's more than likely soundproof.
Right.
I've traveled with
magical.
him for a while now.
Yeah,
and
this
I've
is a
learned.
magical chambers, and Nazlith knows what she's dealing with. Nazlith, what are you doing?
I am retreating to a room by myself.
Okay. I would say that as you get up to that room, Geryon, as you open the door, is sitting there.
Oh.
You want to go with faith in that?
I don't know if I can maintain this spell while I'm away.
We're just gonna land.
We're all butt ass naked. Like, ow, what happened?
Where did my
Guess we're
acoustics
sleeping in the
go?
carriage.
Where did Nick hide your shame?
I have my ways.
Many things Goodness has. Shame is not one of them.
Your magic here while we leave. It should be okay. As long as you get back in time for the spell before it ends.
That's 24 hours.
Okay.
Here.
So that's going to be. It's going to be 4 hours. Or
4 hours mortal time, or
no, hell time.
so how would that translate here?
4 hours in hell would be 24 here.
Fuck.
I'm gonna write that down.
I need the conversion.
It's 6 times faster.
Damn. Wow.
It's not that bad.
It's
You
not-
said
I mean,
1 month,
right.
6
I know we
months.
should have gone.
24 hours,
but
4
But
hours.
still, though.
I mean, it sucks. There's, things can happen and you can
Not be there.
blink and blink. But we're just going to the doctor basement.
I'll find you.
Is it a pretty straightforward trip?
Yeah, we'll go straight to my house. We will go down into my chambers.
His function.
It's fun.
Where we will
It's a fun dungeon.
Pungent.
meet our guests. And, you can ask what you can ask. And we'll get on out. I'd say it would take us about an hour or two.
Okay. I'm going to use my message cantrip and send the same message to each of them and say, I'm going to be stepping out for a while. The spell will hold. If I don't return in 24 hours, come find me.
Have fun, be safe.
Can we respond to this?
Yes.
Maybe if you were to tell us where you were going, we might have a better chance of finding you. Where are you going?
I don't think it will be a problem. I'm stepping out with Geryon for a while.
But it's
Whoa.
enough of a problem for you to warn us that 24 hours go by. We have to come find you, but like where?
I think that's generally safe for everything.
I'm not concerned about it.
Hey, how does your telepathy work?
Oh yeah, how does it
Does
work?
it cross planes and
Yeah.
shit?
I will ritual cast
Why
telepathic
would you ask
bond.
if it crosses planes? That's weird.
Well,
It does.
it's
No,
Geryon.
actually, wait, no, planes? I have to check the planes.
I can reach out to her by sending because that can go to planes.
And after you guys have your minor little
Does not
conversation,
extend to other planes.
um,
I cannot cast that.
As long as
Wait,
you're
so hold
alive.
on. You just answered his question about whether or not it extends to planes with no, it doesn't extend to planes, as if it's some sort of problem. Are you saying you are going to another plane currently?
I thought that was like an outside game.
it was outside gaming.
Yeah.
I didn't
And
say
you
what
guys
said.
no longer receive responses from Nazlith. Because Nazlith, well, you might for a little bit actually. Nazlith, you guys are actually going to walk outside of the mansion and take a short walk outside of Zoe's.
That's 40,000
Willows.
miles.
Wow.
Oh, it's
I thought it was
40,000 though. It doesn't matter.
40,000
Okay.
feet.
I'm sorry.
40,000.
40,000
Feet.
It's like 4,000 miles. That's pretty long.
Sorry.
moon, bro.
Sorry, my bad. That's 40,000 feet.
And it won't matter anyway. But you guys walk outside, and as you guys walk outside, Geryon kind of walks up to one of the few plants that's left. It's like a small, little tiny shrub on the ground that you guys kind of both walked up to. It sucks that this is like the only plant alive here, but gotta do what you gotta do, you know? He lights up this plant on fire. And there is suddenly, this plant kind of grows into a flame. This flame almost looks like constructed as a small gate, human size, to walk through. And he kind of gets about halfway through it, and he just looks at you. Got him?
I walk through.
Yeah, he like grabs your hand and he kind of jumps through and he pulls you through, and it closes instantly behind you guys. Where you arrive, you are in a room that is, well, when you first arrive, it's pitch black. He does a quick clap clap, and the chamber lights up. You guys are in what looks like a workshop. It's kind of hard to tell. Everything here, though, is metal or a black obsidian rock. Everything. There's nothing of any form of color. It's all either metal or obsidian rock. He kind of walks you through this little working area. You guys go down a hallway and you begin making your way downward for what feels like hundreds and hundreds of feet. Sorry about the long walk. It's a big place.
It's fine.
We'll be there shortly. I had to keep them pretty deep.
Understandable.
But yeah. When you get there, don't be too shocked. There's going to be more than just them two. Try not to ask too many questions.
I will keep my focus on why I'm here.
And if you need any help with Baphomet, I'm going to allow him to speak to you. There's a chance that he's just very pissed. So if that happens, I'll deal with it. And we'll get him to talk. I just want you to be prepared for what you're about to see. I've never brought anyone here from a different planet.
You're his first.
A little nervous, to be honest with you. It's not something I get too often. So
50 Shades of Grey, man.
as he kind of says this, you guys get to this door that is just solid gold. It looks like a large bank vault. This door is the size of Geryon in his previous form that you saw him in. He could fit through this door. It is massive. And you see as he kind of looks at the door, there's a very large turnstile on the side of the door. And he kind of like moves it with his hand up in the air. And you watch it slowly creep back and push open. The inside of this door, the thickness of this door, is gotta be 4 or 5 feet. It's huge. Like if an Azlith were to lay down, it's about how thick this gold door would be. And again, it's probably about 20 feet tall. It is massive. And you guys enter this very large room. It almost looks like a coliseum, but shrunken down a little bit. In the middle of this room, there are a couple tables. There's some torturing devices and some shackles and some really horrific items in the center of this room. On the outskirts of this room are going to be cell after cell after cell. Each one that you can see is somebody or something is in it. He walks you through this room completely into the other side and begins opening up another vault door. It is identical to the first one you guys came in. He opens it up a very similar way. Yeah, so those are the less bad people. This is my favorite room. And as he opens it up, this room, it's similar to the one you guys were just in. The only difference is this whole room is, instead of metal, is gold and obsidian. Everything is black and gold, including the table that sits in the middle of this room. This room has a lot less torturing devices. However, it does have a very large table in the middle of the room that does have some large golden chains on it. In this room, there are 10 cells, 4 of which are full. And as you kind of look around in them, the one directly to your left is going to be a human-sized man. He is wearing heavy gold chains around his feet and his wrists. And they are also shackled together, his feet and wrists. And then there's another one around his neck that's also shackled to his wrists. So he's wearing like a trod shackle chain. Then 2 spots over from him is going to be Baphomet. He walks you up to Baphomet. And last time you saw Baphomet with his weapons fully clothed, he had a skull chain, literally a necklace of human heads. And as you look at him now, one of his antlers is broken. He is bleeding in the face severely. This is, on your plane, the most menacing thing you've ever seen in your life. And you are now seeing him essentially crumpled to his knees. He's no longer wearing any of the clothes he had. He's also chained up. He stands in front of you, just bare-ass naked and damaged.
How big is his dick?
Oh my god, Matthew.
Pretty big.
Too Nazless.
Yeah, so you as he kind of looks up at Baphomet and then looks at you, you can ask him what you want. He might only be able to answer you internally, telepathically. I'll be able to hear your conversations, so be aware of that. I didn't want to eavesdrop on anything.
It's very considerate of him, actually.
Right?
I think Baphomet, if he doesn't want to lose that other antler, he will answer you.
Perfect.
And you see as Baphomet just sides his head down. What are you asking him?
Oh gosh, are you gonna limit my questions?
No, you are here with him.
Okay.
I will say that it's probably been about 15 minutes to 20 minutes on this plane of existence by now.
Okay. Oh gosh. The first thing I would like to ask him is where the source of necromantic power comes from, and how it works, and how to efficiently channel it.
And you hear in your head a series of just painful grunts and moans in a language that you have never heard before. And as Geryon kind of looks at you and realizes that you don't quite know like what's happening, he just, maybe we can both learn something today. I'll translate for you.
Okay.
Interested to see where this is going.
What a bro.
Assuming
a
he's
really
not
good
filtering
guy.
anything is the thing.
And so as you ask your first question, he begins a very long answer in your head. He's saying that necromantic power itself didn't necessarily come from a place. It came from the creation of a being. And my understanding is that this being is he makes it seem like it's one of the demon lords.
I thought that was him.
He is a demon lord, but he is not the creation of necromancy. And as you keep hearing a very jumbled, telepathic conversation in your head that you're kind of not really a part of, but you're getting translated to. He claims that there was an issue within the demon factions, and thus Orcus created the Demigorgon. And that was the first event that something dead had been brought back. So I think your source question is that Orcus is the one who created it, but the Demigorgon is the reason it exists.
I guess that would explain his nickname, the Prince of Darkness, then.
Yeah. Yeah, he does like to control the dead things. He gets the fleshy sacks and I get the souls, you know?
Interesting way of putting it. Question for you, Geryon, have you ever considered putting the two together to make something new?
Yeah, so there are places where that happens. That's not well, it's uncommon, but it's not an occurrence that doesn't happen. That's a magic that's not well practiced on your plane, I'll put it that way.
How does one go about making that more practical?
I mean, you have to, one, be able to catch and trap a soul, and two, be able to insert it into a body and raise that body as well.
And if someone had all these abilities, how would they put that all together efficiently?
So that depends. The way we do it in hell, where I'm from, is when I need a servant and I take a soul from somebody, I have to find a way of using what I have to let that soul be worth something. For instance, if I just get a soul, I can hold on to it and I can torture and trap and do some things to it, but it can't physically do anything for me until it's inside of the body. So the way we handle that is, I mean, not to put this too bluntly, but your plane gives us that flesh.
I'm not surprised by that.
You guys are that garden for us.
I have all the abilities that you listed. I have the capabilities to do that. But my scale is very small. I want to expand that scale. I feel like my power is limited, and I'm very frustrated by that.
I like where your head's at. And I think that this could be useful. I will say this: we can practice a couple things. You have the ability to catch souls. How many souls can you capture at a single time?
With the materials that I have, 2.
And you can bring back how many of those fleshy sacks?
If I were to use my maximum power, I could bring 10 back. But I'd have to keep replenishing that spell for 24 hours to maintain my control over that.
So your goal is to see a dead person and be able to bring them back to life.
Yes,
No longer being dead.
correct. And if I can prevent decay as well, if I could find a way to allow that body to live on for as long as possible, beyond the normal amount of time, that would be ideal as well.
I brought you to Baphomet. That's. Oof. Sorry. Not the right person for that. He knows a lot about undead, though.
I do have other questions for him before we leave, but did you have another thought?
I do. I would say that you should focus on the soul capturing side of things. It seems like 2 souls to 10 bodies is not as good as you would want. We will discuss in the future how this would work and how you plan to use it, and what it could do for me. To be honest, I'm a little curious on
Sure.
that part. I'd like to think on it for a little bit, if you will. But yeah, feel free to ask Baphomet anything you would want.
I will turn my attention back to Baphomet, and I am going to ask him if he has been directly responding to the cultists that brought Zektmoy into our world, or if they were just dealing with her. But I have a feeling that they've been dealing with all of them if they were trying to bring Orcus in.
As they kind of communicate, or as he kind of communicates back to you, he lets you know that he is the one that they were, like, he is the direct connection.
Oh, great.
Yeah, basically, speaking as Geryon, yeah, what he's saying is he's the one they prayed. He's the symbol they hold. That's pretty typical, I would say, with Baphomet. He's usually the one that sneaks into the cult realms. Don't know why. He's ugly as hell.
Okay, then I have a follow-up question for him. 5 years ago, he brought me and several other individuals, and we went under some sort of ritual. I think it kind of broke me a little bit, and I'd like to know more about that. He should know what I'm talking about.
As you kind of ask this question, and Baphomet begins kind of rumbling to you slowly. You were supposed to be a sacrifice. One of the first of its kind, it sounds like, to connect Baphomet to this plane. It sounds like that he reached out to your soul. Almost got through with you, and unfortunately wasn't able to. Which, bravo, if that's the case.
I don't know if that has anything to do with me, to be honest, but thanks.
hard to do, regardless. You should be lucky to be alive.
Would that have injured my soul or changed it in any way?
I mean, a lot of things can change your soul. I change souls all the time. It's really just depends how you were before that.
When he takes souls, where do they go?
When he takes souls,
Mm-hmm.
oh, when Baphomet takes souls, they go back to the abyss, which less structured than here. Whereas we will put you somewhere and you will do something. A lot of times they don't do much with souls. They seem to just
Let them rot.
essentially.
That would probably explain the darkness that I felt momentarily then.
Yeah. Again, lucky to be alive, really. It's been about 6 hours and you're
But I'm ready to go.
home. Okay. Do you need sleep, by chance?
Only 4 hours of rest.
I can stay up a card. Okay. Just making sure.
DM, there is one conversation I would like to have, if possible.
Yeah. And as you guys are kind of walking back upstairs, leaning, he takes out that glaive that Voltaire gave him. Don't tell him this, but this is a shit glaive. And he kind of like tosses it into this like trash can area. And he opens up this closet and he gets out this like beautiful fucking glaive. Just tell him that this was
Little switcheroo.
I really don't think he'll mind. There was no attachment to that previous glaive.
you know, gotta keep up the image. As you guys make your way out, and you go back into his workshop where he teleports you back to the material plane. You guys are out in front of the mansion. While that was happening, Budalik, what is it that you would like to...
I'm going to continue scrubbing underneath my nails to get the grime out, and it doesn't seem to help at all. And I'm just gonna kind of lean back in my tub and... have you tried the lavender bath salts yet? They seem to be fantastic.
Are you talking to me?
Well, I don't think there's anybody else. I mean...
You could be talking to Jerry.
No, not Jerry. Jerry's busy scrubbing my arse right now, but
Oh.
he's actually quite good at it. It's
Quite an undertaking.
In the distance,
Yeah,
yodeling.
See this little gnome? Like...
It's no, thank you, Jerry. I appreciate. No, it's gonna get tender. Thank you. Yeah, no. Yeah. So, how's the honey in the milk over there?
Oh, great. I've moved on now to a lovely citrus water.
Huh. That's unique.
Right.
That's very unique.
You gotta take care of the skin, you know?
Hmm.
You only get one.
Yeah. Just something to take care of. I didn't know him. My grandfather.
Right.
You
I like... to get my book.
Yeah, you see this little thing comes up in your book, like, it gives it to you, yeah.
You asked about him earlier, and I kind of gaffed the question.
Your great grandfather.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your grandfather. No, I didn't know. I actually didn't. I don't know anybody from my family. I only know my mother.
Right, and she passed away 3 years ago?
Yeah, thereabouts. She raised me all on her own. She had some right or privilege in her life and opted for more of a holistic outlook. Hobgoblins aren't exactly supposed to be creators, or more warriors, if anything else. So breaking things down is more of their purview, and she didn't quite fit in that scope.
Right. Did she raised you for a good portion of your life then, though?
Yeah, her and several others. I was raised on an island, actually.
Oh, an island.
Yeah, there's a monastery on it, and they were quite fond of their brews and alcohols, and
That was the pregnant lady.
Oh my god! Holy shit! I just got that!
Really?
Holy shit!
Was she a hobgoblin? Did you
She
mention
was a
she
She was home. Holy
Were you-
fuck!
I set that in there.
You
for
did.
you.
Wow.
Oh my God.
Okay. Ugh. Crap. Okay. Nope. I'm Willow. I don't know anything. I'm not gonna ask questions. Nice. What was this monastery called?
It's the well, depending on who was in charge that day, it was the monastery of the Lady Grey, and lost souls, lost spirits. I mean, they tried to make some wordplay out of it because they would take like rare brewing recipes and make some sort of fantastic drinks out of it, and that was kind of how they earned their gambit in life. They earn their keep. They would sell alcohol.
Oh,
Very
so
interesting life.
your
Monks,
little dash of alcoholism.
possible
Right.
contributions.
Right. What was your mother's name?
That's Zarowski.
Not gonna ask you to spell that. Okay.
Oh, it's a mouthful. Yes, it's
Right.
actually quite the family joke from what I understand. I wouldn't know necessarily, but she shared the same name as my great grandmother. No family relation, of course, but
To your grandmother?
great grandmother.
Great grandmother.
It's just kind of an old fashioned name,
Right.
I don't know. I just thought, I'm really sorry
For?
your loss, and I just don't know how to approach the situation. I don't know. I thought perhaps maybe learning about me would be of interest to you, and I don't know.
Well, I appreciate it. I mean,
It doesn't bring her back.
right. But, as one travels and learns and stuff, me and Emberly knew of a day when we would be departed from each other. We were hoping to die together. But, you just kind of move on from it. Granted, I'm lost completely without my other half.
That's understandable.
I appreciate it, and hopefully, get more details from you about your life. That's always fun and exciting.
Yeah. Well, we're not a family by any means.
Yeah, close to it though. I've kind of smelt your funk before, so I think that brings us close together.
Closest I've ever been to one, I'll tell you that.
Right.
Sniff your
So-
schmegma.
If ever there's, if you need something built or something, I'm just a doorway.
Absolutely. Someday I would love to lock on my journal, but
I
that.
have a spell.
Oh, excellent. Yeah. Someday I would love to ask about your romance life with Voltaire, which seems rather hard to do.
It's torrid.
Sounds like a clothing line.
Never heard of it.
Yeah.
No, just, try the lavender bath salts out and, perhaps, see where that takes you. I'm going to go ahead and, I think I'm going to turn in for the night.
Right. Well, good night. Make sure to moisturize.
Yeah, you too.
Give my book back to be like.
And also to you guys, Nazlith, as you get back to your chambers, well, I guess for Voltaire, is there anything you're doing before?
They're just yodeling.
How long has Nazlith been gone for?
6 hours.
6.
Well,
6 their time.
Oh no.
you
24
would not
hours.
have known how long. I would say
over
about.
24 hours. She's been
Are you
gone.
staying up and waiting for her? Like,
She
what
was
is?
sick.
What is?
I want to know how much time has
We'd
passed
be
since
fucking
she
sitting
left.
in the cart like.
Probably about 2 hours.
Just
Two
Like,
hours.
usually yodeling.
Oh,
okay. Then I wouldn't notice anything different. Then I'd probably be like sitting in the library reading something.
Okay.
the
Upside down.
Before
library.
bed.
Not upside
Are
down,
you
but
staying up for her? Is what I'm asking you.
The
or are you
tale
going
of
to
Puss
bed?
in Boots.
I
There was a cat.
wouldn't be staying up for her. I wouldn't be worried for her at that time yet.
Okay.
So I would just, I mean, if she came in, I'd say hello, but I wouldn't like grill her or anything. So.
Nazlith, I would say that you get in about 4 a.m.
Okay.
4 or 5 a.m.
Well, technically speaking, right? No.
Maybe he meant 6 hours mortal time.
Our
6
time.
hours more. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Wait, so
I-
she's been gone for 6 hours our time?
Yeah.
Which isn't about
You
an
said
hour her
2.
time.
No, he said you've been yodeling for 2 hours.
You.
But she's been gone for 6.
Yes.
Okay.
In not demon,
So
but
I would
in
say that
devil.
she left when you started yodeling.
Right.
Meaning you've been yodeling for 2 hours. And I was asking, what are you
What am I doing next? Okay, so next I'm in the library, and yeah, I probably would wait for her to come back.
Okay.
The quick
Just-
brown fox.
The way that she mentioned, like, if I don't get back in 24 hours, that just put me a little off ease. So, yeah, I'm going to stay up. I'll read a little bit. I know that she keeps some books on yodeling in here just for me, so I'm going to peruse
Definitely.
those.
I would say that she left at about 9. Nazlith, you get back at about 3 o'clock. Seems like it's only been about an hour if you're, like, in your existence, right?
Mm-hmm.
But you get it back at about 3 in the morning. Is there anything you would like to do as you, the only person awake is going to be
Voltaire.
Voltaire?
Do I hear him yodeling?
He's no longer yodeling. I think
Okay.
you'd be sitting in the library.
Okay.
It turns
I'm
the
sure,
light
like,
when you walk in through the door.
yeah,
Spins
I
around in
was
the
gonna
chair,
say,
Where
swirling
have
wine.
you been?
I'm sure you walking through the
Have
door
you
would have
been?
Seen him?
triggered him.
Yeah, I would have come in.
Well, if I see him, then I'll just kind
No,
of
no.
nod at him and say I'm back.
Easily
No
the best
problems.
character.
Are you doing okay?
Yeah.
What did you go out to do?
What?
Nothing good. Ignore.
I noticed the Geryon wasn't here either. Did he go with you?
Yes. I had something.
That makes me a little nervous. What?
He's under contract with us, Voltaire.
Shouldn't make you nervous either.
He has something for you. by
This
the
has
way.
nothing to do with
Oh
what?
yeah, I do. Here's your glaive. Worked hard on it.
This is the same. Oh my god, you are like a master. This is incredible.
It's magic. Really, it's not a lot. It's
Okay, well then, thanks.
pretty easy for me to do this kind of stuff. Yeah.
Sword on my back. Anyways, wait. So you came back. Were you doing? Was this what you were out doing?
Look, you guys have your talk. I'm gonna go. I don't need to sleep. I'm gonna go in the library.
There's some wonderful books on yodeling if it piques your interest.
Nope, but will do.
Okay, fair
And he
enough.
kind of like walks away into the library and leaves you guys alone.
We went to grab your glaive, and on the way there, I had some questions for him.
What do you mean, grab my glaive?
Well, he had to change it.
What?
He told you
Like
he had to change your glaive.
He did magic on it, though, right?
Yes.
Okay. But he. Okay. Anyways. So wait, where did you go to grab my glaive? Where was this at?
He had to perform a special ritual on it, so we had to go somewhere where he's worshipped.
And he needed your help with that?
Like I said, I decided to tag along, so I could ask questions. And I don't need as much sleep as you guys.
Did you
so
get any information out of him that would be useful?
Maybe. I need to continue my talks with him.
That makes me a little uneasy.
Why?
You're not my father.
Why would that make you uneasy?
But Daddy, I love it.
You do realize what he is, right?
Yes.
And I know that you kind of have an affinity for some of the darker sides of the magic.
We are in love.
I just want to make sure that you're safe and that he's not manipulating you or anything.
Do I look like I've been harmed? Do I seem uncomfortable?
You just don't understand him.
Something seems a little off.
How so?
I can't put my my finger on it.
I don't
You
know
would
what to
never
tell you,
understand
Voltaire.
our love.
Alright, well. If he ever does anything to you, I will fucking kill him.
Okay, Dad.
Alright, Voltaire. I'm going to get a rest before.
Hold on. You were asking me earlier if I'm okay. How are you doing with everything?
I'm fine. Why would I not be?
So you're telling me that literally none of what has transpired, seeing an entire town decimated, watching our close comrade Emberly die horribly, not horribly I guess, but die, she's dead.
That's Thornhill.
She is gone. You have no feelings towards any of this.
You didn't say that.
Well,
Did I not help Willow with the mourning process? Did I not help create a totem for remembrance for Emberly?
and that is why I'm asking. What are you feeling about this? How is this affecting you? What are your feelings about making a deal with the satanic cult?
I'm confident that we'll be able to write out the contract. I'm confident in our abilities to do that. Are
Did
you
you
not?
see it as an opportunity to try and glean more information about these sorts of magic?
Yes and no. Why would I not?
Why are you trying to learn more? Why are you so interested in learning more?
Because that's where my skill set lies. If I can become stronger with these abilities, I
There
can
are
become
other
more-
sides to magic that are far less dark.
It's not a
It's-
phase.
a matter of perspective, I would say.
You would understand.
You only say they're dark because you perceive them to be dark.
You're bringing back dead bodies. It's not exactly something that is considered natural.
This is who
I am
we
not the only one in the world who would look at your magic and be like, what the fuck are you doing? But I understand that your situation is a little more unique. You came about these powers a little differently.
Technically speaking.
Is it not better to have husks of bodies fight in an army than actual real living people? Do you dispute the...
Reverence for the dead is something that is common amongst almost every single culture in the world. So no, generally people would say that that is not something you should do. You should not throw meat bodies into battle. You should honor those who have passed and who have already died fighting or otherwise.
This is the guy who's about
That
to claim
sounds
souls
like-
with the fucking glaive.
just sentimental values?
Trying to have a serious moment.
I'm
You're
in it.
ruining-
I'm in it. I'm fucking eating
Are
this
you little
up.
whispers? I'm going to bed. I'm done. I'm going to bed.
I'm eating this up, dude. This is
is
very
good.
like
This
this.
is really
This
good.
exposes you guys' dynamic.
I
I'm
love
fucking
it.
loving
It brings so much detail to it.
Good night. You don't feel like sharing. It's fine.
Voltaire, I was talking to you. Did I not answer any of your questions?
You seem to be defensive.
You're questioning my whole magical means.
I understand that your magic came to you in an evil way, and it is kind of the basis of your power. I understand that. I never hold that against you. But I don't necessarily think that it is wise to seek out additional power from additional dark sources.
Again, it's a matter of how you use it and your perspective, and I think you are looking at this the wrong way. It is too... We are too engrossed in what we're doing right now for me to start from scratch, to learn a whole new school of magic.
If I were to die, would you try and raise my body?
Voltaire, I have other means of magic for that.
So you'd let me die?
I would not let you die. I would need the help of someone else, maybe. I don't know, I'm working that out. That's part of what I'm looking into.
So if you were able to raise me, would I become one of...
I would not use...
Would I become Hagitha?
No. No.
Never become Hagitha.
You could never replace her.
I would not do that to you. I have another manner that I don't use very often because it takes more effort and more magic, and I cannot do that for everybody I come across.
You do realize that someday I'm going to die.
We'll see.
In my line of work and with what we're doing right now, it's
Way to guilt tripper.
not necessarily far off. And I do that, and I fight, and I know that death is very much a possibility for what I'm doing.
So are you saying it's unnatural that they raised you during the battle as many times as they did, do you wish that they had let you die?
After a certain point, it becomes taxing on the soul. I didn't actually ever fully die, but it was close, and it was definitely a toll. It definitely took a toll on me. And I view things a little differently now. That's why I'm telling you, I don't want to be brought back. If I die, you have to let me die. And I'm wondering what you feel about that, if you feel about that.
Took a turn. Took a real turn.
Are you asking me to... If you fall next time in battle, do you not want us to raise you?
Do not resuscitate.
I know, right? Are you going to fill out an orange form? Are you going to put it on your fridge so when the paramedics come in, they know what to do with you?
Do we need a bracelet?
That is not what I'm saying. If I'm still alive, yes, you can heal me. I want to fight until I can no longer fight. But if I am gone, truly gone, you have to let me be gone.
I will not make you into an undead Voltaire, but I will not let you go so easily.
And what drives you to feel this way?
I don't want you to experience what I went through. I don't want anyone to experience that.
What did you go through?
I don't want to rehash it again. Not right now.
How can I understand if you won't talk to me?
I have tried to talk to you before and you don't understand. We'll talk another time.
Fine.
And we will say that you guys go back to your way.
Dude, that was so, like, I've had that argument with my kids so many times. Like, I'm not joking you. Like, he's literally like, no, you don't understand, but, like, you have to follow what I say. But, like, you don't understand my dynamic. This is who I am. And I'm like, God damn it. Like, that's
That's good.
That was 100%. That was on. That was
Are you saying that was good?
That was great.
100%
That was great.
father-daughter
That was
moment.
accurate to a
I would
T.
say that you all
Yep.
go to bed. You two have probably already been in bed for a little while.
Oh, yeah.
As you go to bed now, it's a little bit on your mind. Voltaire,
Jerry
as
rubs
you
my
go to
toes
bed,
until I fall asleep.
so you're feeling probably fairly conflicted at this point.
Yeah.
With everything that's going on. And
Take a negative to your constitution.
I would say that Voltaire is probably feeling some internal struggle. But we will end our night there. We'll pick up in the mansion next Tuesday.
Holy crap.
Yeah, so good episode. Thank you guys. It was
Wow.
lots
We
of
learned
character
so
stuff,
much about
lots of
everybody
character
tonight,
stuff.
except for her.
Right.
Alright.
Nothing.
But anyways, thanks for joining. Have a wonderful night. We will be back next week. Bye.
Dude, I love how